Alrighty, and we are now live.
People!
Woo! It's not showing up on mine, but we'll see how that goes. So, let's see. Why isn't it showing up on mine?
Maybe I'll turn that one on.
Reopen this. Hope everybody is doing well. This is the second installment of Geek Talk. So I am one of your hosts. I'm going to go and give a quick introduction, toss it over to my co-host, and then we'll introduce our very special guest. So my name is Johnny Tellez, the Hyper Geek. You can find me all over YouTube, on Twitter and Instagram as the Hyper Geek. I think I said last time it's THA because I'm from the street. But I am just I'm hyper and geeky, and tonight I'm a little bit drunky off of gin and tonics, my long lost love. But you will find me doing everything regarding unboxings and toys and vlogging and kind of whatever. So that's me. I'm going to go ahead and toss it on over to Mr. Rusty. Rusty.
Hey guys, UrAverageTechie here. Just like Johnny, you can find me on YouTube. I am on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at UrAverageTechie as well. And we do have a group that's UrAverageTechie Geeking Out with Funko and more. So there's that. And yeah, our YouTube is subscription boxes, unboxings, figures, statues, Funko. Everything you can think of under some anything that we like that we feel is is cool. You know, we do what we like to do. So that's us. And we have with us today the man, the myth, the legend, the Beardy Nerd.
Woo! I'm really excited about this. Like, I'm super excited about having him here.
I'm super excited. I feel like a famous person, like getting invited to be somewhere. I got requested to be here. It's never happened.
Famous.
Cool. So what up, everyone? I'm the Beardy Nerd, the man, the myth, the legend. Like they said, I do box reviews. I'm brutally honest, and I drink a lot of beer. And that's pretty much it. That's all I do, all the time, all day.
That, yeah. I'm drinking with you. We are actually missing tonight Mike, the grumpy nerd, who was such a great hit last time. Rusty had the great idea to bring him around as a standard with us every time because he has a great outside opinion. He doesn't really get boxes, so he just has like kind of the bystander opinion, which is really very cool to have. But he was unable to make it tonight, so I'm gonna pour some out for our fallen brother into my mouth. There's carpet. Don't want to waste it. So. For anybody who is watching, thank you so much. We are super excited to have you here. And if you are here, there is a live chat on the YouTube page. I have it in this general area of my screen, and I'm keeping an eye on there. It may be a little bit difficult to get back and forth at time, but there are a lot of really awesome people in the chat, so y'all are going to have a great time in there. I will be keeping an eye on there. If you have a question, if you have a comment, any sort of a topic you want us to discuss, go ahead and toss it in there. It may be hard to catch on to, but I will keep looking back. So if I miss it, throw it in a little bit later. Hopefully we'll get to everybody's pieces. I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, y'all, what up? Hashtag Rustache for life. Okay, so we are now there. Since we have our well, there we go. There's the Rustache. Look. It's becoming on you. This is like your thing now. That's what you do. You're a Rustache.
I just had to.
And they said that had no purpose.
Yeah, no purpose whatsoever.
Let's not
even say one quick thing. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just saying, let's not even get on that. We spent enough time on that last time.
Yeah, that was the first edition. We'll find something new to talk about this time. I do want to say one thing. Big apologies from the last hangout to Unboxing Rocks because I inadvertently tossed out a Loot Crate spoiler last time, and with them being in Canada, I completely ruined their lives. So hopefully I don't do too many spoilers this time. If I do, I'm sorry. We're talking about boxes and toys, so wait for me. But since we have our very, very good friend Beardy Nerd here, one thing that I wanted to get us started off with, because I'm a huge fan of your channel. Huge fan.
As we all are.
Yeah, I hope you are, right? You better be, Rusty. Seriously.
Oh, dude, I watch him religiously. I watch every single one that he posts. When it hits, I'm like there. I'm one of the first ones.
You guys
I have, so I have them always all in queue, and it's like, oh, great, Beardy Nerd's going on. Really clean, really polished videos, some great commentary. I don't always agree, so this will make for some interesting discussion. But it's just really great, well put together stuff, and I love your process. So I wanted to see if you could maybe walk us through your approach to your unboxings, what your process looks like, how it all comes together, and maybe just some thoughts on the whole thing.
Basically, boxes show up, and obviously, you guys know I'm always way behind on stuff because my process takes a long time. I have to like go through everything, and I usually have a pretty good idea as soon as I see stuff like what it costs, like what it's worth, what people would probably like about it. But I always do the research anyway. I'm usually pretty on point as it is, but I always like take the time to research every single thing, and then I make all my little notes about it and any things I need to say about it, and then I kind of just meditate on it for a while. Then I got to do my whole camera setup. Not anymore since I got the studio, but usually I'd have to put up my camera, and I'm a one-man show, so I got to like walk around to the back of the camera, like adjust it, walk to the front, so it takes a long time. And then recording it, for the longest time, I could never record more than 10 minutes at a time because my camera sucked, so I had to constantly stop and restart. And then I have to take it and import it into my editing software, which takes like 3 hours to do. And then I edit it, which takes another like hour. And then I export it to that, which takes like 4 or 5 hours. And then uploading it back to YouTube, which takes another like 2 or 3 hours. And then the description and stuff. So total, it would typically take 24 hours for one video. Like that's like how long the turnaround is. And that's why I'm so behind all the time, because it's not like when people see the video, they're like, how hard could that be? It's just like a quick video. But like there's so much that goes along with it that like it just takes super long time.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's the life of a YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you don't really know until you've done it. Like people don't understand like why I'm not just like, oh, let me just record a video real quick and just like, oh, it's online. Like no, it takes a little time.
Yeah, my process in that regards is about the same. It takes about 24 hours for me to post one as well. So.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more loose and fast and loose. I just kind of stand my camera up, and right now it's been a little bit tricky because I don't have a standard setup. So back at the house, my camera was always set up. I kind of had my little room to do there, but now I'm just adjusting the way I'm doing things since I'm still getting everything pulled together. But I hit record, and then I fall back, and then that's it, basically. So I have a pretty quick turnaround because I have to do a little bit of editing to add in the end caps and the starting pieces, but for the vast majority of it, it's not, unless I'm doing a vlog, which takes me really a very long time. But you do a lot of, like, research and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that, like, you have really very spot on like values and stuff that you put into a lot of it. So I'm curious, like does it take a long time to look into that stuff? Where do you look at? Is it eBay? Is it Amazon? Is it just like what you think?
It starts out with what I think, and then I just kind of like fact check. And I'm usually eBay. That's usually like my go-to because that's usually the cheapest and most accurate because that's what people are selling it for and not businesses. Because businesses, their resale market is totally different from the actual resale market. Because online, it's all people. People get this stuff in boxes and then they resell it, and it's not what it's listed for, it's what it's selling for. So eBay's my go-to, but honestly, I've purchased so much on there. Like, as soon as I see something, I can pretty much be like, yeah, that costs this much. Like, obviously, I'm always surprised here and there, but that's just like my fact checker, like my go-to spot.
While we're talking about putting these videos together, a Nerd's Life in the chat asked, what are y'all using to edit? Which is a great question because I think there's a lot of people in the chat that are doing videos like these and may want to know. Zombie Space Waffle specifically said that Adam uses Blender. I don't know what that program is, but it must be amazing because their intros are just like the best things in the world. What do you guys use to edit?
Final Cut Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, And I use Sony Vegas Pro.
Huh.
It's a really stupid, expensive one that all the others can do about the same, but it's like literally like a $400 or $500 software.
Yeah, mine was like 300.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it wasn't cheap.
Mine costs like $14.95. I got this program called Wondershare Filmora. I don't know what it is, but it allows me to do like picture-in-picture and edit in music and sound effects and stuff like that when I choose to. So it works great for me. But yeah, I've run out of time to really do much more than that. So
I probably should have just went with that, honestly. Like, paying a lot of money for it. I didn't realize it beforehand because I knew nothing about it. Like, you realize, like, the money you pay for the nice ones, it's like, that's for, like, serious movie editing people that need to do, like, very specific stuff. But for people like us where it just need to be, like, intro, outro, export, it's like, probably could have just done what you think. Obviously, you're doing it way faster than we are, so maybe we...
Maybe there's something there. Well, I think a lot of your time is that you put into it, the research and everything like that. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, Beardy, you have like a three-part kind of deal that you got going, right? It's like value. You said it one time.
The 3 V's.
Value,
Yeah.
variety, and Vixen. I don't know. That was the first V word that came out.
Did you just name one of the reindeer? Vixen?
I don't know. It was just out there.
It's a virtue.
Virtue. There we go. But Vixen would be a good quality to judge on. Yeah.
If all else fails, name one of the 8 reindeer. Just toss them in there. But yeah, the virtue thing's something I recently came up with, because when I first started, I never thought that would be a thing. But like, considering like how much trouble I've been with certain companies, like, it's a big deal now. Like, it's something that people need to know about.
Yeah, what is that? How do you have like the worst luck ever? Or
I told you, dude, but the box companies hate me. They hate me. It's like they know who I am before I order, and they're like, this asshole, we're gonna make sure he does not get what he needs. Like, oh.
He just needs not to ever deal with any UK box companies.
Yeah, that.
Or order them under a different name. Yeah.
Yeah, I must just have terrible luck. I think that's part of it, having terrible luck. Uh-oh, we lose Johnny?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Gotcha. Yeah, part of it's just like terrible luck, and the other part of it is just like companies don't like my reviews. Like, they definitely don't like it. They're starting to appreciate it now, but for the longest time they always hated me.
So what kind of, I'm curious, what kind of like interactions have you had with box companies? Like, is it posts on your like comment thread? Are they reaching out to you specifically? I've heard a couple of stories in your videos, like I think it was it My Geek Box, where they had the guy who came in, and then you got everybody commented on his on their page, and it got crazy, and it was like a troll that wasn't a part of the company.
That was Infinity Crate, yeah.
Infinity Crate, okay.
Yeah. So that was a huge ordeal, and yeah, that guy ended up being a troll, but even that guy aside, like, I still had terrible dealings with that company. Got ignored so many times. Like, Infinity Crate and My Geek Box were the worst. Like, I got majorly ignored, and it's so like frustrating to be like ignored when you have like legitimate problems. Like, I'm never trying to cause trouble. I'm never out there just like trying to be an asshole or anything, but like, I just have legit problems, and I hate being ignored. It sucks.
But there's a difference. Like, in customer service, period, the customer's always right. So there's a difference. I mean, you could be asking for the moon and back, and they should give you the moon and back. I mean, that's how it should be.
Yeah, I agree. And the funny thing is, I've never asked for anything. Like, I've saved all my emails, and I'm never an asshole about it. I'm never like, oh, you did this to me, you should do this. Like, the most I've ever said was like, it'd be nice to get an apology. And that's all it was with Infinity Crate. They just refused to apologize. Even when I asked them to, they refused to for months, until we finally like shut down their Facebook page to get their attention.
Oh, and I went and did that too. I
unfortunately missed that. Like, it was a couple of days later, I think, because I'm so behind. I have found way too many YouTube channels that I need now that I'm like following, and I'm finding new people every day. So I kind of have a consistently stocked watch later queue of at least 50 videos at all times. It's just never ending. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to keep up, man. This keeps you busy like no one's business. Like I'm always behind on comments because I always try to read every single comment and reply to every single question, and I'm so behind. Like I just don't know what I'm gonna do at a certain point because every day I'm getting like 20, 30 new subscribers, and that's new comments, and that's people that want me to check out their page and stuff. And I love to do that, but like I'm just like so backed up, and I feel terrible about it.
You need to check my page.
No, I mean, y'all are upwards. I mean, I think you're over 4, right?
I think I'm at like 42. Yeah.
Yeah. And John's not that far behind. Now we're a little under 1,000, but even at that, I mean, we literally spend a chunk of the day responding to comments and stuff. So to go to 3,700, 3,800, and 4,200, that's crazy.
Yeah, I spend like hours just trying to go through comments. And the thing that sucks is there's no way to do it from your phone. I get emails. I'm out all day, and I get the email. I wish I could just reply right there. Like as soon as I got it, just reply and keep up with it. But there's no way to do it from my phone. So I have to wait till like the end of the day or the week where there's like 2,000 comments and then go through them all at once. And it's so horrible. Like why don't they have a YouTube app where you can manage your account? Like why is that so crazy to ask for? Like.
Thank you.
I completely
it's so easy. Like I'm able to keep up on like Facebook because through the day you can keep up and you're doing things like that. But I literally have to sit down and do these things, which sucks because out. Okay, that's not sorry, dogs. Because that's what I love about it. That's what I really loved about being on YouTube like this is the community building, and you're meeting new people, and you're finding it, and you're getting to talk to them, but the more that builds, the harder it is to maintain. It's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I wish there was a better way to do it, because it's a huge hassle. It's so unfortunate too, because I totally agree. Like that's what I'm all about. Like all three of us, like we don't get anything from this. We don't get paid for it. We don't get anything. It's just about the community. Like things like we're doing right now. Like we're doing it just for the community and things like that. And they just make it so difficult for us to respond to that. And it's a shame. It's really a shame.
And we have such a
because I just want to hang out with you guys, but I just like it.
We have such a great community though. There's so many people who are. I mean, you have one or two like the troll that was messing with Beardy, but there's so many genuine people that just honestly dig your content, love what you're putting out, and really want and value your opinion. Yeah. Just like you, John. I mean, you have so many people who just love everything that you do, and it's the same with Beardy. I mean, it's completely genuine, and that's what I really dig about this community that we have with the subscription boxes and the unboxings and all that, is they're just all genuine. I mean, they're super excited about it just like we are.
Yeah, I think that's the difference between like people like us here, like the videos we do, and normal YouTubers, like when they become like more popular, is that we genuinely care about our viewers and our subscribers. Like we do giveaways and we do things to help out and we like share with each other. Like that's what we do. Like I can't tell you how many times like someone has said something and is like blown away that I responded to them. Like that's the first response, and I'm like, oh, that's what I do. Like I want to make sure like you guys listen to me like piss and moan for hours on end. Like the least I could do is like answer your questions. Like I feel like that's the least I could do for you guys watching me for that long.
Speaking of which, you mentioned giveaway, and I should have mentioned it earlier. Anybody that was able to attend our first hangout knows that Don Morton gave away a Marvel Collector Corps Ant-Man box because he is a very cool human being. And he wants to do a giveaway for this one as well. So hang out with us. About halfway through, we'll be running this giveaway. And just so you know, you should also be looking up on Facebook the groups Funko Collector Corps and Funko Collector Corps Unboxed. They're groups that he admins. But he's going to be giving away two Funko Pops, a glow-in-the-dark Vault Boy and a GameStop exclusive Han Solo on Hoth. So very, very cool event, but stay tuned. We're going to be doing that giveaway a little bit later. Cool. So,
Beardy, don't you have a fan page on Facebook?
Yeah.
Shout that out. That way everybody knows, so we can all go join it. Oh, I'm a part of it, but so everybody who isn't.
Oh yeah. So there was a fan page created by one of my very loyal subscribers. I believe it was the Winter Dodd, who has just created same thing like we do, just a page where you can come and discuss things. Because like we've mentioned, like you're always welcome to come comment on my page, and I'll absolutely get to you when I can. But I'm way behind on it. So if you just want to like chat with some people, you can come to the fan page, post on there. You can trade stuff on there if you like, or ask questions. There's always someone there that's willing to help. So feel free to jump on that. It's just type in Beardy Nerd on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. So I don't think Tim will come up.
And actually, the live chat, they're all wanting to know where you got your shirt from.
This one?
Yeah.
Was at Hot Topic, actually.
pretty cool one.
Yeah,
that
it's really nice. This shirt brand is my favorite one. It's called We Love Fine, and they sell shirts at like JCPenney and like Hot Topic for $10 for like really nice quality, cool prints, nice design, super soft, like fitted. So yeah, like, really nice quality though. It's a great shirt company. That's like my favorite one. Yeah, you might find it online actually.
I was so disappointed. I was digging through, so for those of you who don't know, I've been doing this moving transition from the house into the Morgan's apartment. I was digging through the clothes that I have packed away here, dying desperately to find my one-up box shirt with Mario as Batman to wear just for you, Beardy. I think that you mentioned that shirt more than any other shirt ever, but it must have been in
every video I mentioned it. I'm always like, this shirt's okay, but it's not as bad as the one-up box. Like every time, it's just so awkward looking. It's so weird. This weird like so weird. Weird.
I just imagine Mario jumping into a brick and a little bat signal pops out instead of a mushroom, and he gets it, and he gets a Batman power-up. I thought that was awesome. I just love that you hate that shirt. I don't know what it is.
I think he dislikes the Mario Power Rangers mashup just as much.
I am with you on that one.
I just don't get it. Like, who at the company was just like, all right, shirt designs, and they showed that one, and they're just like, yes, we need to do this.
Now, excuse me. Excuse me. I know you are not hating on my shirt now.
It's just I just don't get it.
I did not myself like the Super Ranger shirt. I thought that one was very forced. It didn't look right, so that was my problem. Yeah.
But you didn't think the Mario Batman was forced.
Love that Mario. Yeah, it's like his bat suit, like his Tanuki suit, like it's bat suit. That just is what it is.
I just think it's weird that it's always crossovers, which I understand, but it's always Mario crossovers. Like, why always Mario? Like, what is it?
I noticed that recently, and somebody else was mentioning it too, and they were like, well, it's one-up box. And it was like the one-up is their Mario. I think they just have like partnerships with Nintendo somehow, and that's the one thing they keep going to because maybe they can't afford to get other partnerships.
That couldn't be the case because if they had a partnership, they wouldn't have to do
exclusives. Yeah, licensed items, yeah.
I'm fine with Mario. If they just had Mario shirts they designed themselves, I'd love that. It's just that when it looks like there's a weird, like a weird baby between, like, Mario and Batman, like they had a weird relationship and had a child, and, like, there it is. It's like, what? How did this come from?
Like,
there was a weird Yoshi one, right? There was a Yoshi mashup that was kind of weird,
Yoshi
too.
and BMO together, and it's like, all right, there's the crossover, but then they were in Tron suits, and it's like, what? Why 3 franchises? Like what? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine.
I'm okay with that one. I enjoyed that one. He had a weird beer belly, but I enjoyed that one.
That one was kind of rough too, Johnny. I gotta say.
And then they were doing like a random fist bump in there, just like boom,
boom.
I don't look for a lot of meaning in a lot of them. One of my favorite shirts Morgan got me, and it is Freddy Krueger next to an evil unicorn underneath a rainbow. No rhyme nor reason. Love it.
That's funny though, because I get that because it's the contradiction of the two. A unicorn and something that's meant to be scary. That makes sense because it's an obvious contradiction. There's an obvious difference there. That's funny. That totally makes sense.
Yep.
Like, I get that.
I like that one. So let's see here. We do have a ton of questions that I know that we're about 27 minutes in. Wow, that went fast. We do have a bunch of questions in the on the event page. You want to go through some of those?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do it, man.
Okay, so Jenny Lovato of one of my very favorite channels ever, the Geeky Potato. Hi, Alex and Sophie. They asked, do you enjoy getting themes each month, or would you like some months to have no theme, maybe a few hints or spoilers to give people a general idea of what's inside? So I think kind of boiling it down, we're looking at themes, no themes. Do you like just understanding what's in the box, or like properties? Beardy, go.
So, I get the point of themes because the whole point of it is to give you an idea of what the box is going to be about to decide if you want to order that month. So that I get. But they almost never do that because the themes are so broad, like heroes or like villains or like good versus evil, which like that can literally be anything. So at that point, like, I really don't mind. Like, themes or no themes, I usually never even notice what it is anyway, so I'm fine if they want to do it. I think it's cool to have a theme, but if they totally stop doing it tomorrow, I don't even think I would notice. Like,
yeah. Oh, good, Rusty.
I'm sort of along the same lines. I mean, if they set a theme, most boxes now, mind you, there's a very few that will hit a theme dead on, but most boxes don't really stick to the theme anyway. So, I mean, you'll have like a Walking Dead theme and get some weird something coming out of left field like a plushy mustache. Don't make sense.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so, I mean, theme or no theme, if you're going to have a theme, stick to it. Make sure that it's, you know, what it's supposed to be. If not, then don't have a theme.
Yeah, I'm okay when they don't have a theme, but they have properties like Box of Dread, right? I knew that this month I was getting things from Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was getting things from Insidious, so I was like, cool, that works for me. They just say the properties that are coming in. Horror Block doesn't do. Again, sorry guys, I always go horror on these things. Horror Block doesn't do themes, but they'll say like next month we have something Nightmare on Elm Street, something Beetlejuice. You know, that's what it's going to come in with. What I really like is when they get very specific. Again, I think you're right. Like heroes, like come on, that's anything, right? You know, Benjamin Button was a hero of the story, but I don't want to get something Brad Pitt as a man baby in my box.
I'd like that.
You'd like that?
A little wrinkly Brad Pitt, like that.
Okay, changed my mind. Now I want it. But like actually, like I look at what is it? Like Collectible Geek did a Game On one, and they said specifically in there with items from Skyrim, from Blizzard, from Legend of Zelda. So at least if they're going to give a more general like gaming theme, they say it's going to be about these properties specifically. So I like that. But yeah, I think that it's you have to break away from it a little bit. I know one box that you were not treated well by, the Z box by Zavi. They have some interesting themes. Like last month or a month ago, they did. Good Cop, Bad Cop. And I thought that was a really interesting one because that's pretty specific, and I haven't seen that anywhere else, and that worked pretty well.
Good about their boxes. Like I only did like one or two, and it's not worth the money for us in the U.S., but people still ask me what I think the best UK box is, and I think it's Z-Box. Like they do a pretty good job, and they actually do some like interesting stuff, and they're pretty good about the themes. Like they're pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just not worth the money for us.
I didn't see that box, Johnny. How did they hit on that theme, though?
Good Cop, Bad Cop? Well, they had an exclusive variant cover of the Judge Dredd comic that was a tie-in with the movie, I believe, #1. They had a little keychain loudspeaker, which I proceeded to drive everyone crazy with. They had like a Lego cop thing. They had a couple of other little items that I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, the shirt was a Thought Police from 1984, which I didn't think was a great shirt, but I thought it was a really interesting design, and I loved that they did something from 1984. I thought that was freaking amazing. And that was the box that probably had one of the best items I've gotten ever, which was the Judge Dredd badge.
I heard about that.
Oh, hold on.
Go get
it. Run!
Yeah, I heard really good things about it. I haven't seen it yet, though. I think it may have been Johnny that was telling me about it.
Yeah, so there are very few things out. There are very few things that because again I'm moving, that I didn't box up, and I was like, I'm hand delivering this to it. But this is the Dread badge that came with it. So if you can see, it came with a little stand and everything. This cost £30 alone, and it was actually an exclusive. So you go to the website that they have a slightly smaller one that runs for £30, and this one's exclusive because of the size. But it's about the size of my hand. I don't know if you can hear that.
I was just about to ask you what's it made of.
Heavy metal. It is legit heavy metal. This thing is glorious. Definitely one of the best things I've gotten out of any box.
That's cool, and that's what I was saying. Z-Box actually does pretty decent about putting things that are like new and interesting. Like that's pretty. So
good. There was a question, Johnny. There was a question with you saying that that's one of the best things you got out of a subscription box. There was a question posed to us in on the event page. What was the single coolest, best item that we've gotten out of a subscription box? Beardy, you want to jump on that?
That is a good question. I'd have to think about that. Do you have one in mind?
Mine's kind of, well, I definitely don't get as many as you and Johnny do. So mine's like a little smaller. But I do have, I want to say this came out of Loot Crate or Nerd Block. I can't remember. It was the beginning of the year. But it is a Star Wars film sale.
That was Nerd Block, because I got the, I also have the Nightmare on Elm Street from Horror Block, and I love that.
Yeah, and mine has C-3PO and R2-D2 on it. So I really dig this. Other than that, again, it would probably be, I didn't get the box, but I purchased it from the somebody who got the box. It would be my Joker Batman.
Honestly, like, it's kind of played out by now, but the one I was, like, so excited for was, honestly, the Hulkbuster pop. Like,
sure.
His Marvel Collector Core was announced, and they showed that. I was like, good God, because I've always been a fan of Hulkbuster. He's such a gnarly, badass character, and to see, like, an oversized one, like, I was so psyched to get that box, and it didn't disappoint at all, like, which is rare. So, everyone has it by now, and, like, a million people have, but I think I was most excited about that one. Like, I was so happy to get that. And it really is good. They did a fantastic job on it. So I was pretty psyched about that.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I think I got
Xerox Remy did remind me, I have to mention the Pinhead print by Lee Howard, the Pinhead canvas. I think I mentioned that last time, too. That thing is just brilliant.
I saw that. That is amazing. I saw that's really cool. Like, especially that they, like, see, that's what I'm saying when companies put, like, crappy-ass thin posters in there, and then someone else, like, prints onto canvas and then mounts it onto wood, like, that's class right there. As an artist, like, even I was impressed by that. Like, that's nuts. That's really
I had been wondering for a while why they didn't do anything with Lee Howard, because he actually works for Nerd Block. And he's yeah, he does. He's an amazing artist. He does the best stuff. He does these quiet room bears where they're like teddy bears that are all horror themed and amazing. He does custom Titans. He does all these prints, but his artwork is fantastic. He's really, really well, and I was like, that's a perfect outlet for them to get his stuff out there. So I thought that was brilliant that they did that.
Yeah.
Johnny, I don't know if you're seeing a lot of people are wanting us to talk about specific boxes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also like trying to keep dogs out of here because
I understand.
Yeah, wings are on delivery, so Morgan had to go get wings, so I have to watch the dogs as well. So continue.
I was trying to stay away from this subject in this box, but we have so many people wanting to know. And honestly, Beardy reviewed the box, and he had a pretty solid review for the box as liking the box, not loving it, but I mean it wasn't a horrible box. Me personally, I had some issues with the boxes, and I know that Johnny did too, and a lot of other people. I'm finding a lot of our group members and a lot of people that I talk with on a day-to-day basis about the Comic-Con box. Don Morton being one of them. They're just really over the Comic-Con box because it promises so much and doesn't really hit on a lot of what they're putting in. Now, grant you, the prints are amazing. The comics are great. But really, I mean, if you take that out and you take, the couple of people who might have got like an Xbox One controller on this month's box pass, it really hasn't been that strong. And the filler has nothing to do with the Wizard World Comic-Cons. And they, in my opinion, they have exclusives that they can put in these boxes. There's a Green Ranger, glow-in-the-dark Green Ranger. He's about that tall. It's a Wizard World Comic-Con exclusive. Why is that not one of the prize winners of the month? Why has that not been in the box? So a lot of people are really kind of over the Comic-Con box and don't really understand what they're doing. Like the second month in, they recycled. Third month in, they recycled prints. They recycled items in the boxes from the first 2 months. So, Beardy, like I said, I watched your video. I know you had sort of a different view on the box. Would you like to explain sort of how you came across that to everybody? Because they really just hate the box.
Oh, absolutely. So it got recommended to me so much, and I take any recommendation with a grain of salt, like extreme. And as soon as I heard the word Comic-Con box, I knew people were going to lose their shit over it, and I knew people would be disappointed because the second you hear it, people's minds just go crazy. And I try to tell people, I'm like, I'm going to try this out, but I've already looked into it. I guarantee you it's not going to be that special. So my expectations were about as low as they could get on purpose. So that's why I wasn't disappointed by it. So that's why even with low expectations, it was just okay. If I had built into the hype, like with any box, especially like Loot Crate and stuff like that, where they're like, oh, exclusives this month, and they give you a piece of paper, and it's like, I've just like become a master at not getting hyped about anything because it is a waste of time. So when you take the emotion out of it, if you were to not expect anything, I think people would have thought it was okay. Not fantastic, but not bad. But I just think everyone had their hopes up, so an okay box was lower than their expectations, so all of a sudden it comes like, well, now I don't like it. So I think the main problem with there was just expectations were way too high. Because it's not, like you said, like, filler is just fine, but, like, all boxes have weird filler. Like, no one has, like, fantastic filler. And Wizard World Comic-Con, they can always do better, but you can say that about every box. Like, F-Box just this month did their Comic-Con box, which I got, and the video will be up soon. And like, you got, like, the lowest of the totem pole. You got Comic-Con exclusives, but you really got, like, stuff that nobody else would buy. And that's how it always is, especially Nerd Block with their shirts from Shirt Punch. They have amazing shirt designs, but you never get them. You get what doesn't sell. You get what no one else wants. That's what the boxes are, and that's what they always are. Like, I think everyone needs to keep that in mind, like, always. You're getting the low totem pole because there's just no reason for them to put in so much extra money if they assume they can skate by.
I agree with that. Johnny spoke on that last time because he told me that I just had too high of expectations, and I probably did, grant you. But to argue that point, I mean, because if you have a company who is constantly on a day-to-day basis saying, what do you want in your box? You want this in your box, and it's something really awesome. And then the next post on their Facebook is like something really awesome. You want this statue in your box? Would this be cool? Would y'all like this? And they go through like 30 of them a day, and they're just like the most ridiculous, like signed autographs of like Hellboy, like crazy stuff. And so if you're just an average consumer or customer or just a fanboy of whatever that is, and you're looking at that and you're going, man, Comic-Con box is putting statues in their boxes and signed prints and blah, 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 you're going to go, man, what in the world? And I've been into that. I did. The first box, I was like, But then after that, my argument with it other than some of the obvious stuff, which has taken root and just is in my life every day now. Other than the hashtag Rustache mess, they literally recycled prints. I mean, I got the same print that I got the first month. Some people got Plessy mustaches 2 months in a row. Like, there was like doubles of everything being shifted from one box to the next. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, Beardy, but that's like death in the box community, right? I mean, you can't recycle from 1 month to the next on your items in a box.
Oh, I totally agree. I guess the thing for me is I haven't seen it yet, so I've only heard about that. So I've been hearing things about that too. Like they map things out depending on what month you're in. So if this month was your first month, you're going to get different things than for someone if it's their 4th month. And I keep hearing that, and I'm not totally sure what that means specifically, but so I don't know, have you like specifically gotten things twice, or that's what I'm thinking, like maybe because they do make it different for depending on where you start, so it's possible that it's a mix-up, and I'm not like giving them excuse or anything, but I'm just saying maybe it is possible, because I totally agree, it's ridiculous to put duplicates, and there's just no reason, like I can't think of any reason why they think they would get away from it unless they just don't realize what they have.
I saw a good few people get the same things they got in the first box.
Really?
Yeah,
so
the Rob Pryor print, the Rob Pryor White Walker print from the first box, I got in the 3rd box. And then, like, we had so many people sending us pictures and doing videos. I mean, you can watch videos, and they'll actually say, I got this last month, and they pull up the same thing. Like, they get it maybe, like, even, just going back to the mustache because whatever, but, like, one person that's really good friends with us got a brown one, and the next month got a blue one.
That's different.
Don't even! No.
I love it, but I'm saying the prints, though, is a whole different thing. I mean, you can't, there's no way that you're taking prints from your first 2 boxes, you're only 3 boxes in, and you're recycling that mess. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I just hope that they're learning from it, because if you guys remember back, like, Nerd Block did that one time. They did that one time with an item, and I flipped out, people flipped out, so they never did it again. So the most I can hope for is that they did it, people shit their pants over it, and hopefully they'll never do it again, because at this point, and then I'll be the deciding factor, because they should have known. So if I'm getting duplicates because I'm later in the game, then I'll be able to put that in review and say, like, obviously this company is going to keep doing this, pass on it. Because at the end of the day, they're expensive. They're, what, $40? Like, that's if they were like 1-up or something, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But for $40, like, that's like no way. Like, no, not acceptable.
So this is where I stand. I guess it's kind of in the middle between a couple of things. Is I didn't have those high expectations for it because I looked at it and I said, okay, it's Comic-Con box. Again, managing my expectations, thinking about that. Like I said on the last one, I exercise caution. Never sign up for a box because they announce one theme that you think you'd like. Oh, like Arcade Block next month is going to have a Scott Pilgrim item. I am a freaking insane Scott Pilgrim fan, but I'm like, I'm not going to go in on that because it may suck. That one item may suck and I'll be disappointed for it.
Scott Pilgrim door hang.
Yeah, hey, I'd be fine with that if it's got Scott Pilgrim on it. Good. But the quality of the items that I got in mine and that I've seen since just haven't excited me. At $40, it just doesn't seem worth it right now. I mean, you know, like Epic Comic Cast keeps typing in the chat, Ant Boy, Ant Boy, Ant Boy. Like, seriously?
Thank you. That's a horrible movie.
You know, even the first box, it seemed just so thrown together. Things that were years and years old that you can imagine they got for like pennies on the dollar. It didn't work for me. But that's my piece about that one.
I totally agree because my expectations were super low too. But honestly, that's what I think of when I think of like Wizard World Comic Con. It's people selling movies like that. Like that's what it is. That's what that place is like. Like,
but maybe I don't need to go there.
I'm seeing these exclusives. Like I said a while ago, I mentioned it's a Green Ranger. He's about 8 to 10 inches. He glows in the dark. He looks freaking amazing. Wizard World Comic Con exclusive is plastered on the front. Why is that not in a box?
And that's not
Why
a
is
special
that
item? Like,
in
no
a
one's
box?
got that? No one's gotten that as a special item or anything?
I haven't seen it. Now, it was at Comic-Con this year, supposedly. It was at some of their Comic-Cons this year, and I know coming up there's one in September that I think it might be there too. But I mean, it's your box. We got to have some of your exclusives in the box, and it can't just be a variant comic cover and a print. You need to have something else. The print, don't get me wrong, the print's what made the box. I mean, Rob Pryor, the first two were Rob Pryor. The one you got, I think, is different.
No, I got Rob Pryor, except they put the goddamn logo on there. Like, I almost
messed it up.
Like, how? Like, what are you doing? Like, this is one of the best prints I've seen in a box, and you put your logo on the front of it? Like, you crazy? Like, what are you doing? Like, oh.
And it's on every one. It's on every single one of the Rob Pryor prints. Crazy. I know this month was a different artist, but it's literally on every corner of the prints. And I'm like you. I'm an artist too, Beardy. I do my own stuff. I would never let anybody brand anything of mine like that, except for my signature.
I don't even sign mine on the front. I sign mine on the back just in case people don't want to see my signature. And that's my signature. From the artist, I don't even do that. But, oh my gosh, like, that's crazy. It's like me, like, painting a picture that someone wants, about to send it to them, like, hold on, let me take a dump and wipe my ass with it, and then send it to you. Like, why? Why would you do that? What would provoke you to do that? Like, you ruined it.
That's blasphemy. It's blasphemy.
It is. It is. And I tried not to flip out too much when I was doing the review, but it is. Like, that is blasphemy. That is... And I'm surprised the artist went along with it. That's what I'm most surprised about, that he made it and was okay with that. I can't believe that he was okay with it, because he's a great artist. He's fantastic. He's
he's amazing.
He's really great. So,
all right, I took over the show on that portion. I'll let y'all have it.
Sorry, I need to change my thumbnail on my Marvel Collector Corps video that I just uploaded, because apparently the randomly selected one showed one of the items. So, sorry, Jenny.
I don't like you.
Yes, you do.
I love you, but I don't like you.
I love you more.
Yay!
I've been hearing
I love Beardy more.
terrible things about Collector Corps' customer service. I've been hearing nonstop horrible things about their customer service. So.
It's horrendous. It's horrendous. Oh, I could show you if I had it with me. When I opened my box, the Ant-Man box, my box was like trashed, right? So I don't think Beardy's was. Johnny's was, but he didn't really get rid of it. Mine was like somebody sucker punched the box. So you had to go through this whole rigmarole of sending them an email with pictures proving that it was messed up. Then they would wait like 2 or 3 weeks, send you back a thing saying, okay, we're good. We're going to send you just the box. So they said that they would send it out the next week. The week after that, I get the box. It's in a flat, like cardboard paper, bent in half. So the box is messed up either way.
So this is my concern, because I'm cautiously moving forward with my enthusiasm for Marvel Collector Corps. First box was amazing. Second box, I didn't like that one, and y'all know that. My bigger concern, and I'm not doing any spoilers, no spoilers, but on certain items outside of box damage, and I didn't have any box damage this month, outside of box damage, the pops are not of the same quality, I'm noticing, or at least quality control, as the ones that I find in the store. So my Ant-Man...
How price are like?
Huh?
You mean like the paint job is not like quality? Like, what do you mean quality?
Like paint job, or even like dirt and scuffs and things like that. Like I have like 80 pops in my collection. I maybe have a couple that I notice, and then I have to look closer if there's like a paint flaw or something like that. But on several of mine, including the Ant-Man, it was like, as the moment I take it out of the box, I'm like, oh, what the hell is that? So I don't know if that's a thing, if they're rushing it out.
That's like Funko's MO, and what's really weird about how they sort of do things is it seems like they pick and choose which ones they really want to do well and which ones they're just like, nah. we'll just get those out quickly. And you would assume that the Marvel Collector Core box, because it is Marvel and Funko, you would assume that they would make that the most amazing that they could. And last box, they had to apologize so much for that disgruntled worker who decided he wanted to just face punch every box that was put in the box. But yeah, it just seems like that's just like they have a real big pop come out, and they're gonna like spend like a lot of time and effort making sure the paint job and everything's really good, like the Hulkbuster. But then you have the other lines coming out where, I mean, even just a simple paint job has drips and scuffs, and the vinyl's not where it should be. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of Funko's MO. That's kind of how they roll these days.
It really is. It always has been. They've been bad. Like the Hulkbuster, or if you guys saw the Evolve, like the Goliath Pop, the ones that have like really nice sculpts where they have to specifically sculpt it, those are nice. But the ones that have like the generic body with just a switched out head, the paint job, it's embarrassing. Like, I've taught kindergarten and seen kindergartners do better because they literally just don't stay in the lines. Like, you look at it and I'm like, what? What are they using to paint this? Like a shotgun cartridge where this like, bam! Like, how is it on here like this? This is so ridiculous. They've always been terrible, but...
Well, I don't know if I've just had really great luck with everything else, but I'm noticing things on these ones specifically that I don't get on any others. Like I said, I have like 80 pops. And like I have like an item that I got today.
Spoilers, John. You're already giving them away.
Had dirt. No, just an item. Had dirt. Had dirt on it and like scratches and other stuff. It was weird. It was weird.
Why can't they make this like an automated thing? Why do they have to be all hand painted? Can somebody explain that to me? Because we can do everything else.
I think it's
like machine based.
I think it is automated. I don't know if it is hand painted. Like, I think it is automated. I think maybe that's the problem. I mean, usually when it's hand painted, they hire someone that's specifically good at it. Where the automation process, like, that's where it can be off by like a centimeter here and there. Like, that's why they have to automation. They have to constantly calibrate machines because any machine is the same. As time goes on, things are off by like a micrometer and then one more. And just like any clock, it starts a little bit, and by the time you get to number 10,000, the paint job's totally off, and then they know it, but they don't fix it. They'll go back and calibrate the machine again, but those pops are still out there. And then the same thing, the paint job, off, horrible, calibrate. Off, horrible, calibrate. They just don't take out those ones to redo them. They just send them out. So I think they are...
Why do we keep getting the horrible ones before they calibrate it?
Because apparently the nice ones are going to Texas. Apparently the nice ones are going to Johnny. Really, that's where they're going. And then we get the crap ones. Like they're trying.
And then Johnny's like, I get two.
I guess I'm good with that.
Invisible paint flaws, and Johnny's like, I'm through. I'm done.
Yeah, but here in like San Diego, they're terrible. Like every time I go to get them, like there's a line of like 20 of them. I go through each one where I'm like, nope. And I try to pick like the lesser of two evils, like not one that's good, but the one that's just not as terrible as the others. Like, bad.
How much does it suck to go through a whole line and see that they're all crappy and go, okay, which one is better crappy than all the rest?
That's what I have to do every time at like the comic shops and stuff. I'm like, well, none of them are good, but which one is less crappy? Which one has the least amount of mods? And then I get that one.
Man, I wish I had comic shops around here. I got like one 30 minutes away. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, mine are about the same distance, but we got a couple.
Johnny just dipped out.
Peace out. He's out of there. He's done with us. Got puppy problems.
So I'll take it from here, though, Grumpy. Aside from Marvel Collector's Core, because we know that that's pretty much the top pinnacle right now when it comes to boxes for most people. Aside from that, what would be your favorite box aside from MCC?
That's like the question I get more than anything else, and it's always.
That's why I'm asking you. Yeah, because we got so many people.
Yeah, consistently, like I'd say, like the Nerd Block or like Loot Crate Company. consistently does well. Like, they're not always spectacular, but they're never terrible. Like, they always keep it good. They always give good value. They always keep it interesting. More recently, the Super Geek Box, the first month, I was very impressed by them. Their first month was fantastic. Second month dipped a little bit, but I have a feeling the third month is going to come back up. But I'm thoroughly impressed by such a cheap box. Like, they did a fantastic job. They really did. I was very happy with their stuff.
And they're completely making one-up box look like fools.
But you know, I don't know if you've seen this month's one-up box, but you can tell that one-up is finally like, oh my gosh, we look like assholes. We got to step it up. So this month is actually much better than they've been for a while. So I haven't fully gone through and analyzed it, but I just took a quick peek and I'm like, okay, like, all right.
I haven't seen it, but I will check it out when you drop it, because I had one-up box for the longest, and I was like, this box for the price, the value is really, really good. And then the first Super Geek box I missed it. We didn't get the first one. The second one was okay, like you said, but it was still, to me, better than one-up box.
Oh, yeah, it blew.
So I was like,
water. Yeah.
But the first one was amazing. Y'all got the coolest shirt out of that box.
I was so impressed by that. They did such a good job.
With the gold leaf and all that, with Link, amazing.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was a really nice shirt, nice quality, and it was a crossover, but they did it well. Like, people hate crossovers. It's like, crossovers aren't bad. You just gotta do it right.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't have a Mario Batman.
Yeah, none of that.
You totally can. You totally can. I do love Super Geek Box. I think they've been doing great. And I think I've answered this question plenty of times, but I do want to reiterate. I know a lot of people down on Loot Crate a lot for some reason or another. I don't get it. But they do a great job every month.
And you know what's cool is now they have a partnership with Q-Pop, and Q-Pop is going to be huge. Q-Pop is going to blow up, man. They're going to be hot.
I like the stuff that Loot Crate was doing, but where were they at the beginning of the year when they were putting freaking huge 5-pound novels in the boxes?
What else did they put in? Because that was in the Simon Pegg box, and I got this amazing T-shirt. And I got
that T-shirt too. But the next one was the Kevin Smith box, where it was his life story. And then, I mean, it was just, honestly, there's very few people other than Johnny who is going to sit down and read that thick, huge book out of Loot Crate. It's just not going to happen.
But last month, really cool book. The book that came in the July box, that book was awesome. I love that book. The Unfortunate Superheroes one?
Oh, no, that was Loot Crate. He was referring to Nerd Block. I loved that Unfortunate Superheroes.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were still talking about Loot Crate. My bad.
Was the books in Nerd Block, or was it in Loot Crate? I thought it was in Loot Crate.
Those two books that you're referring to were in Nerd Block. Now,
okay, that's Nerd Block.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I thought
Loot Crate. I think if I recall, this box, right? There was a Simon Pegg book. Because I hate getting caught up on one item. Because if I have to hear anybody else complain about door hangers ever again, I'm gonna murder somebody. And y'all can. This is my testimony. I murdered somebody because of it. Locked me up, take me to jail. Because we also got Joker, Batman in that one. But anyway,
am I the only one who didn't like that one? Am I the only one?
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was cool. But in this box, we got a Guardians of the Galaxy magnet. We got the Batman villain prank kit, which was super creative. We got the Guardians of the Galaxy nesting egg set. We got this shirt. That box was amazing. Now, the Kevin Smith one, I did not get that one, but I do believe it came with a heat-changing Pac-Man mug. That one may have been the one with the Ecto-1 Titan, and I believe it also had a Back to the Future shirt. So that's also like really cool stuff that they're putting around that.
That stuff was not in that box, Johnny. I have none of those.
I made that up then. Sorry.
No, that was in the one. It wasn't Simon Pegg. That was the guy from Clerks. What's his name?
Yeah, the Kevin Smith box. That's what came in that box.
That was the Kevin Smith, and that's cool. They got Simon Pegg and they got Kevin Smith to curate it at no extra charge. That was just like a cool ass toss-in for them. Like they put in their biography, which like I don't blame them. I don't love the biography, but like I thought they were good. I thought they were great.
where was my box at? Because I got that Kevin Smith box with his biography. I didn't get no Ecto and all that. Where was my box?
Okay, I'm looking this up then.
Maybe it was Arcade Block, maybe? No, it couldn't have been Arcade Block. But it was in both. It was in Horror Block and Nerd Block. They both got the Ecto 1, didn't they?
Let's see.
I don't think
Okay.
that much.
Okay, let's see if I'm mixing these up. But it's the April 2015 Nerd Block, and this was curated by Kevin Smith. It was the Growing Up 80s. This box, okay, this one is not the review, but it does have a Back to the Future item and a Ghostbusters item. So that would have been those two items: the Back to the Future shirt and the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. And again, I do believe. Oh, wait, I'm finding pictures here. Let me see if I
Where was our stuff from that box?
Did you skip that month, or had you not like subscribed yet?
No. I got the Kevin Smith book and all that. I don't know. Maybe I don't remember it. I would have went.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I've got an image on my screen. Yes, you got the heat. Wow, I am good, man. Y'all say my memory's terrible. I say my memory's terrible. My memory is like a badass bitch. Listen to this. We got an Ecto 1 Titan. We got a Pac-Man heat-changing mug. We got the Back to the Future 88 miles per hour T-shirt. The one item I forgot, of course, because why would anybody in their right mind try and remember this, is the lame Nerd Play cards. So there you go.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good box. I was super psyched. Like, I love, like, Titans, I think, is such a great company. I don't love all their franchises. They don't pick the best ones, in my opinion, but I think they're a great company. So to get exclusives from them is great. So I was super psyched to get that Ecto 1. I was so happy.
Yeah, there's some great companies that's sneaking up on Funko. For a while, Funko's had, like, the market, but there is some amazing companies sneaking up, like Loyal Subjects. I know that you talk about Loyal Subjects all the time, Beardy, but I just got my first 3. I got the Crystal Green Ranger, and I got 2 of the Ninja Turtles, and them things are amazing.
Yeah, the good thing about it is, like, Funko versus Loyal Subjects versus Titans, they're not really competing with each other because they're different. Like, Funko is just, like, very simple. Loyal Subjects is more like small action figures. They're fully mobile. And Titans is more like realistic people. They sculpt the face. So there's different differentiations there. I'm a huge fan of Loyal Subjects. Like, I talked about at Comic-Con, I went there and met the guy that designs them, and I got to talk about, like, what they're doing in the future. I saw the whole line of, like, the Series 2 Ninja Turtles set, and they look so awesome, and I, like, got to hold them and stuff like that. So I'm a huge fan of theirs. So, yeah, absolutely.
You should have heard the whole time.
Back to Titans, what I think is really cool about them, what I like is what you don't like about them, is I think that they tend to do smaller runs, and so with that they go with things that are like more specialized fan bases. Like, there may not be a lot of people that are still into Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I was like, holy hell, I need Vampire Spike! It was amazing for me.
I do like that they do that. The only thing I was saying is just a coincidence that, like, a lot of things they do, it's not bad, it's just coincidence that I happen to have not watched the shows. Like Buffy, like Breaking Bad, like Doctor Who, I just don't know them. So it's just unfortunate coincidence. But I agree, I do like that they do that. Like bringing back Ghostbusters. Like, I just got that whole series, I collected the whole series, and they're freaking sweet. Like, they're awesome. Like, good shit. And the Aliens one, that's so cool. That was such a cool series. The Aliens,
that's an amazing.
That was so badass, man.
Lilith, I'm eating wings. Sorry. It was supposed to be something much cleaner, but
I only have one Titans figure, and it was one of the Breaking Bads that we got out of one of the boxes. I can't remember. And it's the Sal drinking his, like, the lawyer Sal drinking his coffee.
Yeah, it was definitely Nerd Block. It's always Nerd Block. They have, like, an exclusive partnership.
But that's the only Titans figure I have. I'm sort of, I don't know. I'm not really turned on by them. Like, I dig the Loyal Subjects because they're so intricate, so detailed, just little tiny, about 3 inches or under figures, but they're so amazing. They have more detail in a leg than, you know, any of the others have had on whole bodies. So I mean, yeah, I dig them. They're amazing.
Talk, Beardy. If you talk,
I was just showing the figure as he was talking. I was just trying to demonstrate space to be able to know. This is the one I got signed by Joe Allard, but yeah, very nice, like high quality. And the cool thing is, like, the weapons they come with, like the Ninja Turtles ones, they had the tiniest little intricate things which Funko would never do. Like, they're just barely starting to make the mini pops, but Like they had like bow and arrows with a quill with arrows that went inside that were to perfect detail, and they were so microscopic. And I'm like, that to put that much effort and detail in is so impressive. Like that's amazing. Yeah. It's just like little figures. Look at that.
Yeah, one of my this one right here, one of my really good friends actually just purchased it and sent it to me this past week. So this is my first one, but these are so amazing, and the fact that their helmets come off, they have like 8 different weapons that they could use, especially the Green Ranger. It's just amazing. Like the Loyal Subjects is hit a point in the market, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, since we're doing like show and tell now, I got to do a shout out for Charlie Daniels, who sent me this amazing Ninja Turtle set.
That's the only one I don't have. That's the only one I don't have.
You can't have it because it's signed specifically to me by Joe Allard. So.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I can say that both of y'all make me sick because I don't have any of those. So thanks. But
still get them online. Their website still has the Comic-Con exclusives, regular price.
They're like super expensive though, ain't they? They're like $60 or $70.
They are, yeah. But it's about the same as buying them separately.
Buying an individual one's like $12, yeah.
Yeah, $12.99. Yeah, they're expensive. So.
Oh, but right now, for everybody that's watching, your local GameStop has all Loyal Subjects Wave 1s, the Ninja Turtles, the Transformers, all on clearance for like $2.
What?
Yes.
What?
Every one of them, I kid you not, all Wave 1, Splinter, Shredder, all the Turtles. They're all clearance, like $2.97 a pop, and the Transformers are even less.
Why didn't you tell me this before? I thought you were a friend.
The video I shot when I got the Turtles, I have that information up, but it's supposed to go up tomorrow. But yeah, right now you can't get them online because it says check your local store online, but they're all clearance.
As I'm checking online.
Johnny doesn't watch our videos because it's already put up.
Oh.
So see, tell on yourself, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, it's up. It's the one we posted yesterday, Johnny.
You want to see my watch later, Q? What were we just talking about before? There's like 50 in a row. It's craziness.
You're supposed to make time.
You're going to get me in trouble. Johnny's going to be mad at me.
Watch more videos, Johnny, if your wings weren't all covered in wing sauce, man.
I would. It'd be easier, yeah, if I wasn't a disgusting human being with teriyaki everywhere. Like, this is ridiculous.
But yeah, they're just amazing. I know we're off topic, but those are just amazing.
Yeah, they are.
I think toys are a great topic for us.
Oh, for sure. Especially with Beardy, whose freaking walls are nailed together with sculptures and toys and statues.
Beardy, are there things that we don't know about now? Like, like awesome GameStop sales that Rusty doesn't bother to tell anybody about? But are there like new figure series that we should be on the eye out for, since you always seem to know these things?
Well, I was just telling him a lot of people missed out on the one you were showing, Johnny, the exclusive Comic-Con ones. People are selling them on eBay for $100, and I want to like send out a message to people: don't buy that. Like, they're still on the Loyal Subjects website. They have not sold out yet. You can still buy the Comic-Con exclusives for normal price. Do not go on eBay and pay $100 for those. You can still buy them for normal price. All of them.
And Beardy, I know you have the like Jumbo Leo, don't you?
Yeah, he's so badass. I love him.
I want him so bad. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's really cool.
How much is that guy?
He's $60. Same. So they are a little bit pricey. Their company's more expensive than any other for little figures, but justifiably so, because they really do put in some nice effort. Like he was saying, with all the attachments, like the helmet comes separately that you can put on, like the facial details, fully posable, like.
And the Green Ranger comes with a ponytail that you can pop in and out. It's amazing. Tommy comes with a ponytail, so if you're not rocking the helmet, you can rock his ponytail.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
That's what Pop Hunter SC just sent me.
Oh wow! How much is that one? Oh yeah, Go Hastings do have all the and Toy Tokyo as well have all the San Diego Comic-Con Loyal Subjects Power Rangers sets for So Toy Tokyo, I think, are like $15.99 separate each for one, and then they have the double pack metallic red with Goldar that they just put up this past week. And I know Go Hastings, or I think it's Hastings stores for y'all. Do y'all have a Hastings store near y'all?
Oh no, we do. We just got them. They on the West Coast. They like just started putting them here. I think.
Well, they carry like ridiculously crazy sculptures, and they have the Hot Toys and all that. But they got theirs. Most of their stuff online is like clearance type deals, so you can probably get a couple of dollars off of those as well.
Nice.
Yeah, there's one in Houston, I think, and now that I'm like I do work back and forth between Dallas and Houston, every time I'm down there, I'm like, oh, I need to stop at Hastings, but I haven't had an opportunity to. Chris Bennett. Cannibal Reviews. He's one of my favorite YouTube channels. Is always talking about Hastings, and I hate him for it. So there you go.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of pop hunting videos that people go in Hastings, and it's literally wall to wall. And it's not just Funko. I mean, it's everything you can think of. Games, movies. I mean, just everything you can think of. So that's probably your B movie horror paradise right there, Johnny.
It would be, yeah. It would be very dangerous. Once I sell my house, I'm going to Hastings, and I'm just gonna like, yup, make it rain.
Just make it rain.
Yep. So while we're kind of in the thick of it, one thing I wanted to ask Beardy was, since you get basically every box that's ever been made, and I know I don't, and I don't think Rusty does either. I know that you do your monthly roundups, and you do very extensive reviews. But kind of like, what are your thoughts on like the companies to keep an eye on? If people are asking you, not your favorite, and I know we discussed favorites like Luke and Nerd Block, but like companies to keep an eye on, good ones out there for people that are watching to say, oh, maybe you want to check out this one and why.
One that I'll bring up, like, there's the obvious one. Like, I'd say always hang around Nerd Block and Loot Crate. Like, obviously there are good months and bad months. Don't let one bad month like sour you on anything. They'll come back, don't worry about it. Like, there's the obvious ones. But one I have a good feeling about, I could be totally wrong, but I have a good sense about, is My Geeky Goodies. I think they're going to come back, and I think they're going to come back strong, because they had some good months, and then they sucked when they were about to go out. But I just have a feeling about it. I feel like they're going to come back strong and probably get some exclusives. So I'd say keep an eye out for when they come back, because I'm going to jump on it. So I think they could be pretty good. Like, I hope they come back like with a vengeance. Like, I hope they build their company stronger. So I'd say keep an eye out for them. Other than that, it's the obvious ones, like everyone knows Marvel and Loot Crate and stuff like that. But yeah.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that, because like I was with My Geek Goodies for a while in the beginning, but then it started to get, and I don't know about timing wise, but it started to get. I think it was last Christmas that I was like, meh, this is where it started to go downhill for me, and I stopped after that, and it seemed like a very consistent trend month after month. It was gonna get a pop, gonna get a T-shirt, and their T-shirts I didn't always like. And then the filler was super random, super weird. So that got just a little bit strange for me, but that's an interesting one. I know you've had kind of an interesting up and down with Collectible Geek. Where do you stand on them right now?
I haven't tried them out. Like, them and Hero Crate, I have nothing against them at this point, but I can never do the ones that don't automatically renew. I just have way too much going on, and by the time I hear about one, like, it's already sold out, so I just, like, it's so difficult for me to get them. But Collectible Geek is definitely, last time I checked, has brought it back up, because they were bad. They had some really bad ones, and even they knew they were bad, but they've picked it back up, and I've been meaning to check in with them, like, but I think they've definitely stepped it up a lot, so I think they're on the rise. So the good thing is, like, they do listen to their customers. They did listen to me. They, like, specifically took my advice on a number of occasions. Like, that's why they started doing the cards versus the posters. Like, I talked to the CEO personally about it, and he actually took my opinion. So that's why I totally changed my opinion about them, because I saw potential. Even with the first box, even though it was crap, I knew that the way they talked to me and the way they handled their business, that they had good potential to do really well. So I think they really are trying their best. I don't think their value is always spectacular, but I think they do try hard to, like, give good products. And I haven't heard anything bad since, and I've just been meaning to try them out again. I just haven't like had a place to put them or like remember to order them.
Speaking of Collectible Geek, we've never purchased one. We're getting one for this month, and it should be coming anytime, and we should have a review up for it. But any type of interaction that we've had with anybody from Collectible Geek, it's been great. They have been very supportive, and they've answered every questions. And we've spoke with multiple people from Collectible Geek, and now I've never seen an unboxing of the first box, so I don't know. But any unboxing that I've seen, most of them's been Johnny's. But any unboxing that I've seen, I've actually liked it. I've found some really unique items that I would have never thought that would come in the box, like the Time Machine box, Johnny. I know I keep going back to that, but it's in my brain because it's the last one I saw. But the Time Machine box, they had the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure item in there. Who else would put that in a box?
That's one of my favorite items I've received, actually.
What
Yeah. What?
What was it? I didn't get to see that box. What was the item?
It was a Wild Stallion Save the Future tour backstage pass. It was laminated. It was amazing.
Nice.
And the best thing about it was it didn't say Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It just said Wild Stallions Save the Future tour, and it's so you had to be in the know, and it was amazing.
Yeah, you would have to get it, but out of the god awful amount of movies or anything that had to do with Time Machine, they went with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's amazing. That's something for a throwback for us. I mean, we grew up, that came out when we were growing up. So that to me shows thought. That to me shows a little more unique thought process than just throwing random. Because I mean, they could have did Doctor Who. They could have did everything that's relevant now, but that everybody else was doing. But they throw in a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I mean, that to me is very unique and something different.
Yeah, I definitely got to check them out again. Last time I got the box, I was very pleased. Like, the last one I bought was the Avengers one. I thought it was great. They did an excellent job. So I've been meaning to jump back on, but I haven't heard a theme that's thrilled me. It's just like Time Machine. Like, I assumed it was Doctor Who, so that's my fault. But the ones I've heard, I'm like, so what's the theme of the one you're getting?
It's speaking of Doctor Who, it's Super Who-lock. So it's Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sherlock I know a little bit, but the rest of them I know nothing about. So I probably heard it, and I'm like, well.
The reason why we jumped on it is because we slaughtered the Supernatural people on a minis unboxing that we did for the new Supernatural minis, and from Funko, and we didn't know who they were. We were saying names for people, then they wasn't the right people, and so we got so many people telling us about it. So we started watching, and we really enjoyed that series. So we jumped on it for the Supernatural. Now the next one is gaming. The theme is gaming. So I mean, that one is one that you might like. I know that you do some console gaming, right?
Yeah.
So that might be one you like, but I know that you always talk about unique and something different, even if it's not something that everybody's going to love. Like I think in one of the boxes you got a hat from, what was it, Nerd Block?
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's different. I mean, that's something that we haven't received. Even if not everybody is going to like that, you have to kind of give them a point for just being unique in that respect. And so I see Collectible Geek do that quite a bit, which I like.
Which is good. And I'm seeing a lot of companies do that, which thank God for that. Because for the longest time, when I was first starting my reviews, that's every box is the same. It was like a T-shirt, a Funko, this, and it was just like, good God. Like a Walking Dead thing, a sci-fi fantasy thing, and it was just like, oh my God. So I'm so happy people are finally starting to spread out, do different things, because there's so much out there. There's no need to be the same. There's, as far as collectibles and things go, there's no limit. There's billions of things out there, so there's just no excuse for companies doing generic stuff anymore. There's just not. They don't need to.
Exactly. I'll pose you a question. This is one of the questions I read earlier before we started. If you could make a box, it would be, your sub box that everybody else would be purchasing. What would be what would it be comprised of? What would be the innards of the box? And then what would you name it?
I think obviously Beardy box would be the. I would think.
I like that.
Honestly, I would do if I did shirts, I would have to be licensed shirts. I would never do crossovers. I would the most I would do is maybe put my own designs on there, but never do crossovers. And I think I do a lot of like not necessarily rare stuff, but I think out of the box stuff. So it would obviously be too hard for me to get anything exclusive, but I think I would do stuff like that you don't see every day. Like I always give the example of these. I don't know if you can see them. These Ninja Turtle keychains I found. Absolutely amazing.
Those are great. I got those from Target.
From Target, yeah. And I don't think anyone knew about them. And they came and left, and I was like, I would totally put this in a box because they were really good. They were $3.
I haven't seen those. You got them from Target, but they're not in there no more?
They're not in there anymore. That's where it's like, I always look in these dark corners where people don't think to look, and I always find such cool stuff, and then people find out about it, and then they're gone. And the same thing, they just did a Marvel series very similar to this. Same thing. They're like little mystery box bags for like $3. I would put stuff like that in there because people, I guarantee, like no one would have it. People may not love it, but at least they wouldn't be getting things they already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, what would your box be called, and what would be inside your box? What would be some of the items inside your box, or would it be a themed box? Or
yeah. I would need like my first T-shirt would be Luigi dressed up as Superman, flying through the air. Just so you could have
Luigi as Robin. That's what you'd have to do. Luigi as Robin.
No, because then you could have another T-shirt with Mario Batman versus Luigi Superman in Tron World.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
I just sort of gagged a little bit. I just kind of almost threw up in my mouth. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think that what I would do is I would probably skew more towards and I've gotten this question a bunch of times, and it changes every month. One time somebody asked, and I was like, I want to call it Tiny Terrors, and it'd be a cheap box that's small and all about little horror things. But I think that what would really fit well for me, because not only am I like into like toys and stuff like that, but I'm a huge like film buff. I would love to have a box with a revolving theme about movies. So maybe every month is a different sub-genre of movie, very specific type things, right? Like this month is Asian horror, and this month is rock operas, and this month is 80s action flicks. Like I think that would be amazing every month, coming with a T-shirt about that, with an actual movie, with some sort of a snack to enjoy while watching it, and then a couple of physical items like a collectible or a toy that goes with that theme. I think that'd be super freaking amazing, and I want it right now, like so bad.
I dig that, Johnny. But did you say Asian horror?
Horror? Horror?
No. You need to pronunciate, because it sounds like you're saying a box of Asian whores.
We could do that too. I'm sure there's a market for it. It would probably be very expensive.
We'll call it cheap and easy.
I'd try that. That sounds great. Like
a box of Asian horrors, little mini tiny terror horrors.
Yeah.
It'll be filled full of Vegetas and like fuzzy plushies.
All right. So, if I was doing a box, I don't know if many know, my channel started out as me like unboxing like tech related things. So it was gaming consoles and accessories and computers and cell phones and things of that nature. Hence the name UrAverageTechie. But so my box would have something sort of along of the lines of that. I would have a tech related item for sure. I'd have to put some anime in there at some point. It would have to be Dragon Ball Z. There'd have to be some Naruto, something along the lines. There's a million of them out there that you could use. One Piece is a really good anime. They have some amazing statues. They have action figures that would blow Funko lovers' minds if they don't know about them. But it would be me in a box. So you get like a really just I need you to leave and stop laughing.
We'll call it the Fuzzy Peach.
But yeah, so, and I don't know what I'd call mine. Y'all would have to come up with a name for mine, because I know everybody's going to hashtag stash it, and that'll be what it is. But yeah, that'd be my box. I want to see something crossed over where we have some sort of tech related, and it ain't got to be anything expensive. And then, you know, some sort of the things that we get now, the filler or the little action figures or the Funko or any vinyl or something. It also obviously would cost a little more, but you know, I would go for that.
Yeah, I think boxes need to focus on some bigger stuff, like bigger vinyl stuff. Like, we always get little stuff, but every once in a while, skip the shirt or something. Like, I was just saying on the last, like, I think it was Arcade Block, like, they should have put the Goliath pop in there. They should every once in a while do, like, a bigger vinyl and skip some of the smaller, just every once in a while, because we never get that. Betoyo Bento always did that, but I just never got the references. But they were really good about it. They put, like, nice sculptures in there all the time. And that was
you got a sick one-piece sculpture.
That one was so awesome. Like, American ones should take note. Like, every once in a while, take most of it out, do one awesome thing, and maybe just like 2 filler or something like that. People would lose their shit for it. People are still talking about that One Piece to this day. Like, it's such a cool statue. Like, it's epic. So
yeah,
nice.
I mentioned it last Geek Talk because it's just something that the U.S. boxes don't do. We don't see like one significant piece in a box. I mean, you kind of do with like the Hulkbuster or whatever, but that's sort of a specialty box, really. I mean, you have 2 huge corporations, conglomerates coming together to bring you that box, but just a normal box, you never see a statue like that. So I tripped out when you pulled that out. I was like, why not me? I wanted that box. So that was cool. Have y'all got anything in the mail lately that's been like crazy awesome?
We have.
Oh yeah, I'm getting crazy stuff in the mail all the time, man. Like, I'm always ordering stuff. That's what my weekly roundup's all about. Like, I got a really good deal on the entire set of Ghostbusters Titans figures with like all the variants and stuff. Got a crazy good deal on it. So I got the complete set, like, right off the bat. Like, didn't have to spend any extra money to like go through mystery ones. So yeah.
Well, Johnny, I didn't get the Marvel Collector's Corps, but I did get this that I won from the Conan.
Oh, I got one too. I got the regular Conan. It came 2 days ago. Mine just came.
Awesome.
So obviously like 1 million people won that thing. I thought it was gonna be like 4 people, 4 pops, but no, 1 million people won it. But yeah, I got mine. I got Conan's monster. He came in today. So
that thing, I was so happy to get mine. Like, that's gonna go up in value so much. The only problem with it is that I noticed they don't have a limited run. So
I have to release them later.
They're gonna probably do it every Comic-Con or every year. So it's okay though, because we have a sticker that says 2015, so that does help. But I think they may do it again, so we should be okay in the clear. But if not, that thing's gonna go up in value so much, because not just for collectors, but people that are fans of the show. Like, that's, as far as I know, the only collectible from Conan. He's super popular. I love Conan, man. So I paid an enormous amount for mine. I don't even want to talk about it, but I just bought it so bad. Like, before, because it just kept going up and up in price, and I'm like, I just gotta like suck it up and do it before it just like skyrockets. So.
Well, I didn't pay for mine. I won it. I got the little paper that says congratulations and all that. But yeah, there's no way I would have paid the amount of money that they're going for on eBay and stuff like that. But yeah, he's super cool. My box is in immaculate condition. There's no dents, nothing wrong with it. So I could resell him for an amazing amount of money if I let wait on it, for sure.
How did you win? You want a giveaway, like a drawing or something, or?
Conan, the show, he when they first unveiled the Funkos, his 4 Funkos, right before San Diego Comic-Con, they announced, here's the letter I got.
Yeah, every night you had to enter a code to like try and win a different one every night.
Yeah, they had like a week-long thing that he would give you a code on his show every night, and then you would go enter it, and then you had 4 chances to win one of the 4 different ones. And I entered it every night, and I won one. So.
Man, that's awesome. That's got to be like pretty high odds to do that. Like, you probably like won in, I don't even know how many, like a couple 100,000 or something like that. Like.
Well, You would have thought so, but like 5 people in my group, and we only have 700 members. I mean, that's a good bit, but that's not like some have in the thousands. But 5 people out of my group got one.
What the hell?
Yeah, so
I've gotten a bunch of really cool stuff in the mail lately, but by far my favorite is my Krite from Critters. This thing
that thing's amazing.
Absolutely amazing. It's if you haven't seen Critters, it's a 1980s very, very cheesy horror movie. Kind of a takeoff of like Gremlins at the time. Like there was Gremlins, there was Critters, there was Ghoulies that all came out.
Y'all remember they rolled around like little balls.
They rolled around like little balls. At one point in the movie, all the balls get together and they turn into a giant ball. But this thing is just unbelievable. This hair is amazing, and like I like it when he's spec it up, and that's how they look, and they go, and he is just glorious. It's made by Muck Time Toys. They do some amazing exclusives, and when I saw this pop up in my newsfeed, I instantly bought it. It was only $20 shipped, and this thing is glorious. So
happy.
You know, that was Leonardo DiCaprio's first movie.
Yes, yeah. What was he? Was it number 3 he was in? Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't Who's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Nope.
Oh.
I love that movie.
Critters 3. It's Critters 3.
Oh, we're just spouting off Leonardo DiCaprio movies like we're buffs or something.
So, so since we've been talking so much about your Conan giveaway, we do have a giveaway ourselves to do, again, by Don Morton. We're now about an hour and a half in, and y'all have been sticking with us. This chat is going crazy, and it's awesome. I just want to give you an opportunity to win something. Again, you will be able to win 2 pops. He's gonna get you 2 pops. One is the glow-in-the-dark Vault Boy, and the second is the GameStop exclusive Hoth Han Solo. Hey, Beardy Nerd, do you have Facebook open?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and you have your own Beardy Nerd Entertainer page, correct?
Yep.
Perfect, because you're going to get some pictures posted to your page, and the first one that pops up, I would like you to let us know who that is, because that's going to be the winner. So, for everybody in the chat, in order to be available to get in this giveaway, the first person to post to Beardy Nerd's page a picture of Batman Mario is going to win these 2 pops. And please, just for me, if you like me, if you happen to have laughed at one thing I said ever, even if you're not the first, just keep plastering the page with Batman Mario pictures.
You're going to blow up my page. It's going to shut down.
I hope so. Batman Mario. Yeah. So the first person to post a picture of Batman Mario to the Beardy Nerd page is the winner.
I knew the second I saw that shirt, like, this logo is going to be what kills me. Like that. That's going to happen. Death by Batman.
Make sure you like the page. Like, let's, support some Beardy Nerd up in this place.
Yeah, like my shit.
Yeah.
By the way, Beardy's got a huge Dragon Ball or Goku figure that I would sell a kidney or a testicle for. So just
we don't need none of that anyway.
just to let you know.
Yeah, we don't need it anyway.
An eye on your page too. I haven't seen one yet.
I'm reloading. I keep reloading. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, we'll see that in a second. I think people are still
That's
trying
because
to,
nobody took pictures of it, Johnny. Nobody took pictures of it. They didn't want to show it off.
Oh, well, someone posted one, but it's not the one we were looking for. You take a look and tell me if this counts.
I would post mine, but I'm disqualified.
I think if we got a Batman Mario, we're probably where we need to be.
We got a Batman Mario. Bat Mario, we did get one. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would count. Who did it?
It's Philip. It's the guy who manages the page. He was right on it, man.
Awesome. Hey, that almost can't count because he knew how much Beardy hates that. He's probably had one in his back pocket waiting.
I don't know, man. I've never seen this picture before. I don't know where he got this picture.
This picture's amazing, though.
I don't know where this came from. Like, quality-wise, it's about the same as the shirt, but
It is terrible and wonderful.
Hey, that was a nice feeling shirt.
Way to go, Philip.
Okay, way to go, Philip. Yep. Okay, so Philip, go ahead and shoot me a message. Go ahead and shoot me a message with your address and name, and we will get you set up. Oh, it sounds like people are having issues posting though. Let's see.
Yeah, a lot of people saying it wouldn't let them post.
Oh, let's see here. That's weird. Let me see.
I don't think it's anything to do. I mean, it's got to be Facebook issues.
Really? Let me try here.
Yeah, try and post them. Because someone posted in the comments on that, but...
Write something.
Because no one's ever posted on my page before.
Oh!
Do they have it where you
won't
can't post
allow photo comments.
Doesn't allow you?
Doesn't allow it. That's very strange.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Recall.
Okay. Recall. Sorry about that. Phil, we're going to work something else out for you since you're so fast on the draw. So I will take care of that. Sorry, folks in the chat.
We'll get together on that, Johnny. Figure it out.
Yeah, we'll work something out for Phil. But we are going to do... we are going to do another drawing that we will... I'll come up with in a second. So let's have... Move on to another topic while I put this together in my mind.
So wait, is like my comments disabled or something? Like,
No, you're on your page. For some reason the way you post, you can post a message to your page, but you can't post a photo to your page.
Oh, it's a fan page?
Yeah, you can only post a picture on a comment to a message.
Yeah, I get pictures on my page, but yeah. It's just something in the settings, I think. I'm not sure.
It's something in the settings, but I mean, you wouldn't have known near there. That's probably why, Beardy, you haven't been getting any posts, really. I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we shall work that out.
There's a really funny one someone just posted underneath that in the comments. It's pretty funny.
Okay, so... Oh yeah, we've got some in there now. Ooh, matchup.
Batman Mario and a Princess Peach Robin in there.
That is a really good one. Okay, so let's do this instead. I am going to post onto your page, and in that comment thread, I'm going to put on your page, let's see, Geek Talk Give Away. Post here.
Oh, it's got to be something like amazingly random. It's got to be something.
Let's just do this in the comment thread, because then that'll be easier. Everybody's going to be here.
Asian horror, post here.
Tiny Asian horror.
Tiny Asian horse. Post here to find out more.
Okay, sure. First person to post to my page, my Johnny Tellez the Hyper Geek page on Facebook, Asian horrors, find more info here, wins.
Glow in the dark Asian horse. Little Asian horse.
On my Johnny Tellez the Hyper Geek page, first person to post to that page, something about Asian horrors wins. Oh my god, why am I doing this?
It's hard, you gotta get like a picture or something on.
Yeah, it has to be a picture. It has to be a picture.
I don't know if you should ask for pictures when the theme is Asian horrors.
I don't think we can do that. Yeah. No, let's just do a comment here. That would be great, so that my page doesn't get removed from Facebook. First person to post something about Asian horrors.
That wasn't my intention at all, by the way. It was to get you booted.
Yeah, thank you.
But maybe for Morgan to slap you in the back of the head.
Oh, there we go. Ray Mateus is the winner. Okay. Asian horrors, find more info here.
Wait, what?
There we go. Asian horse seek info. Oh my god. Oh god.
Horse.
My mom follows me, y'all. This is terrible.
Yes.
How is that Asian horse? I don't see an Asian
I
horse.
like those. Those are my favorite Asian horse. I like
I'm going
those.
to get a call from my mom tomorrow like, what is going on, Johnny? Wow. Okay, so Ray Mateus is the winner.
Yay.
Good job, Ray. Send me your info. We will get connected with. Okay. Wow. That's wonderful.
You better disable your comments now.
I need to.
The first one that comes up. The Asian Jessica Rabbit.
Wait, what? Oh my god, what are you guys seeing here? Oh yeah, I have 7 others. Oh my. What is that? Okay, if y'all want to see something hilarious, thank you, Stephen Higgins. I have no idea what that is, but I will have nightmares from it tonight. Wow. Seriously, everybody go to my page and check this out. This is just ridiculous. Oh, no.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Yeah, oh, there's the Asian, yep, a Hyper Geek exclusive. Thanks, Scott Colts, for Asian Horse.
I don't see it. Where is it?
I think Amanda McFlander may have made a meme. It says, "Yes, my plan is finally in place. The Asian horse will all be mine."
You gotta post that.
What is going on? Okay, my page is just a mess now. So,
Dude,
anyways, back to the Hangout.
Yeah, that little raccoon one is hilarious.
Oh, I'm dying over here. Okay, so let's go back through because we do have some more comments on the event page that I want to keep up with. I'm scared. I'm gonna end up going through this tomorrow, being like, "Oh my God, what just happened here?"
You started it. You said little Asian horse.
I did not. No, no.
Yeah, you did.
I think Beardy heard it too. I mean, I think we all heard it. I was just the only one to ask if what I heard was true.
I didn't hear it until you said it. I heard what Johnny was saying, and then you said Asian horse, and then I couldn't stop hearing that when you said it.
But now going back through it, if you run his conversation back through, you're like, yes, Asian horse. I heard it.
Asian
Wow.
horse.
So okay, I'm jumping back to the actual event page because we have a couple more questions on there. Don Morton actually asked something that I thought was pretty interesting to ask about. I said thoughts on F-Box. So recently, not really the box itself, but recently they put up one of the F-Box for sale, and it was gone like that, like they always are. And there was
the Comic-Con.
What's that?
It was the Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, the Comic-Con themed box, right? And like as soon as it was gone, they were getting like, I guess, death threats and all kinds of like really violent messages and stuff like that. And so they have since apparently stopped, at least for a time, doing the F-Box. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No,
They sent out an email stating that anybody who's ever purchased one or received this last one, that shortly after it went out and people couldn't get the box because they were assuming that there were going to be like the craziest Comic-Con exclusives in there. They were actually getting death threats and like bomb threats and things like that at the towards the company, and so they issued the statement basically saying they don't know if it's a 1-month thing or if they'll ever come back, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that there should be there should never be any need for any type of threats or any type of malicious anything towards the company, because at the end of the day we all do this for fun and it's just a box, and that is what it is. I mean, nobody should ever have the right to threaten anybody like that, especially when they're bringing content and things to you. I mean, it's a bad ordeal. It kind of sucks, but I'm not sure if they should have shut the whole box down. I mean, it's understandable.
I think I honestly I don't think they're worried about their safety per se, but honestly I think they're offended, and I would be too. Like
I'd
if
be
someone,
offended.
like,
Yeah.
did that to put that much effort into something just to make a good product, and for someone to shit on it like that, I'd be pretty pissed off too. I'd probably do the same. I don't blame. That's horrible. That's so terrible. I can't believe that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but I think it was the CEO. He issued that email the next day, when everybody, because we heard a lot of people, just regularly, because the F box is like a freaking falling star. You might get it once or twice, but it's so hard to get, and people live for that box for some reason. I mean, I know it's a good box, but I don't live on any box. But when they didn't get it, they just went crazy and sending emails and.
I'm super psyched I got that box, and dang, literally deadly box. You had to risk your life to get this box. That's good shit right there. I'm gonna put that in the rating.
Side note. Morgan just walked in with her phone. What is this? She just came across my Facebook feed. So
yeah,
thanks, everybody.
It's Morgan. It's small Asian whores.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Morgan. We had nothing to do with it. It was all Johnny. It was all him.
Here we go. So yeah.
You just gave me my wife.
I said Asian horror, and they thought it was Asian horrors. And then,
should I believe him?
As part of the giveaway,
look what I found in Johnny's room. Look what I found in Johnny's room. Can you explain this, Johnny? Is this Asian? What is this? What is going on? What is this?
That looks like if I look close enough, Beardy, that looks like it could be from a petite woman of Asian descent who has a specific job title, and she deals in pleasure, if you will.
See, though, if it was a white whore,
Johnny.
they'd have the crotch out of it.
Get on that floor. Get on out.
Yeah, what Joseph said. You're busted.
And I came up with such a great excuse for having a Hello Kitty crop top in my drawer. How am I going to explain this one?
Oh, hey, you want to put that on for everybody
Nope.
since you just did that?
Nope, that's going to be on the 11th.
No, I think it should.
Nope.
Hey, y'all, do y'all want to see him put him on real fast?
No, because that's for Tiffany's.
All day.
Yes.
Oh, nope, they want to
It's for Tiffany's birthday.
Do it.
Nope,
Yes.
for Tiffany's birthday. Can't do it.
I'll give you one of mine.
Nope, it's for Tiffany's birthday. Can't do it. That one's reserved.
What I want to know is, where did you get that, and is that something you wear?
Is that
Because that was quick to be gotten. That was
Beardy is the one with random panties floating around. Let's not forget that.
When you were telling me about the chat, and I said someone's blocking my screen, this was on my screen blocking my chat. This is what was there that I had to move. My sidebar.
Oh,
Suddenly, I'm not a weirdo here.
The boss.
Hey,
I was about to say, that thing was in arm's distance. That was close to be grabbing.
it was hanging on my computer, and then it was on the floor.
This is why there's a picture of this girl, but it says McDonald's.
I have no idea. I don't know.
It says McDonald's.
Read the bottom of it in small print. Read the small print below McDonald's.
Animal growth hormones are good for something hippies.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys, because everyone's interested in the crop top. I will show it to you, and then I'll tell you where you can see me wearing it, so that nobody shows up, because you will not want to see this.
I want to see it.
There's also a picture that should be on his feed of an Asian boxer lady, and she's got a shirt on that says, "I will not love you long time."
That's a good one. Okay, so little bit of background. I do these hangouts because I've met amazing people, and I really enjoy hanging out with them, and I love this and the interaction in the chat and stuff like that. So I've done horror ones, I've done these geek ones, and there's some folks that I really, really love, and we've done a couple of birthday hangouts just to have fun with them. And recently we did one for Erica Hurst of Zombie Space Waffles. And as all of you well know, I don't have a filter, and I just kind of spout out, and suddenly my Facebook feed is filled with Asian horrors, for example. So in the latest hangout that we did for
there are so many horrors on here.
in the latest hangout that we did for Erica's birthday, I somehow said something about showing up somewhere in a Hello Kitty crop top. And Allie Hansen of Allie and Austin and their YouTube channel immediately, like within seconds, Amazon shipped me this. I don't know if you can tell exactly how tiny that is, but this is about how it fits just by having it up here. And out. So I'll be wearing this when we do. I believe it's Tiffany.
But why are you poking your chest out?
No, that's what I was saying. Like I'm just. I feel like you have to, right?
Johnny,
like
you're doing this.
As soon as you do this.
You're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that, and then you do one of those.
Cleave?
It's cleave.
Did you just push some cleave?
Yeah. And
oh yeah.
So
you would wear that for a birthday hangout, is what you're saying?
I am going to on for Tiffany Villapando's, like one of my best friends ever.
Not to get technical here, but technically this is my birthday hangout.
Is it your birthday?
My birthday is Wednesday.
Wow, that's awesome. No, but this one is
put that shit on.
This one is saved for Tiffany Villapando. No,
I can give you one though for this.
Oh, if you have another one for this one, I'll wear that. But this one is saved specifically for Tiffany's.
Hey, Morgan, go get some scissors.
Morgan, go
get some scissors.
Do what?
Find him a crop top.
Oh, I will.
Go find him a nice birthday crop top.
This has nothing to do with subscription boxes. Let me remind you guys that.
Everyone is subscribed to my birthday, I'm pretty sure. So.
Hey, Beardy. Just a side note. Everybody in the chat thinks you're a huge pimp.
Because I pulled up a pair of panties right now.
They're like, Beardy's a boss. He's a pimp.
Oh my god. Like a rock star. Girls coming here just flinging panties all over the place. It's crazy. Crazy.
Well, the opposite side of that, Beardy, the opposite side of that would be that is your pair, and then that's a whole other story.
It could be. You never know. You never see my lower half in any video. I could be wearing panties in every video. Matching my glasses and matching panties. It could be in every video. I could be wearing them right now for all you know. You have no idea.
And I've heard that lace is very comfortable.
What color are they?
Wouldn't you like? They match my glasses. Nice red.
Of course, they have to. It's like a full matching thing. It has to be. I imagine he has different pair of panties in different colors for every hat, shirt, glasses combination that he pulls.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wears thongs, Johnny, but he wears them backwards.
Hey, I have a nice red sweatshirt somewhere for his birthday.
Okay.
You ready for it?
No, but okay.
Or either a shirt or a dress. You need to pick one because I can't find my crop top.
Shirt. Let's do a shirt.
Okay.
No, a dress.
Dress.
Oh, it's a dress. Okay. Thanks, Beardy, for your input. I appreciate that.
Yes, the dress with some cleave, some deep cleave. Get it in.
It's out.
It's out.
That's awesome. The chat's going crazy, by the way.
They all say happy birthday, Beardy.
Hey.
And they said that the panties are for your pup. One of them.
What? How would that work?
That don't make no sense.
Oh boy.
Garter belts, the whole 8 yards.
So wait, is the chat viewable after the video?
No.
No, it's just while they're in there, like just if you go in to that link, you can see all of it on the side. Okay. But there's hundreds of people in there.
I need another drink first.
Oh, I was gonna say I would go back and read them afterwards, but something's happening. What's happening, Morgan?
Oh my god, this dress. It looks phenomenal. He's got some nice cleavage. I mean, he fills it well, and it goes to the ankles. It's beautiful.
Do we got a deep V, Morgan? Is it
my god, it's like the deepest of V's. I mean, you got to make him do one of these.
So it's like a J-Lo, right? We got the J-Lo green dress going on.
I mean, it's pretty dang close, and the back goes down pretty far too. It's nice.
Wait, he can't wear his bra.
Nice.
Nope.
So it's just like,
This is a braless dress. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's what we
And
like.
it's got little things hanging in the chest area, so when he walks, it goes ting.
dude, so that's what you have to rock pasties in, or that tape to keep it.
Beaver butt
X's.
Yeah, Dawn.
This stream got real weird real quick. We took a hard turn. We took a hard turn here.
Welcome to our world, Beardy.
Get off the table, Johnny. Step into the frame.
Oh yes, let me see.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
Wait, it keeps changing. I can't
Do the back. Oh yeah.
You speak. Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah. Do a little shimmy. Little shimmy.
Johnny,
Hey,
you are amazing,
no.
sir.
Turn it around and drop it like it's hot.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
do
Oh yeah. Twerk it, babe. Twerk
Do
it.
some Molly
Yeah,
Sarah.
twerk. Do it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, why am I taking this direction? This is terrible.
Now sing happy birthday to me like a real man. Sing it. Sing it.
Oh no, he's got to do the.
Like Marilyn Monroe.
Do the Marilyn Monroe.
You have to do the Marilyn Monroe.
Do it.
Happy birthday, Mr. Beardy. Happy birthday, Mr. Beardy. I don't even know where the song goes. Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Now you gotta do this. There you go.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God.
Aww.
Have mercy on my soul.
Thank God this is recorded so I can live my shame forever and ever.
Oh my god, I'm hating this.
Yeah.
That'll be a meme later with the underscore gin and tonic, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Stay away from it. Yeah.
Gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No. No means no. Okay.
Beardy,
Come on. Out of here.
Beardy just got a striptease birthday dance from Johnny Tellez.
Oh my god, do a striptease.
Nope. This is where we're doing it. This is where it is. I'm a classy lady. And we are
Johnny,
good. Oh, Pixie Willows, play that Silence of the Lambs song. Yeah, Goodbye Horses. I could do a little tuck and dance. That'd be good. No, we're done. That's it.
Oh my God.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Beardy. Don't say I never sent anything to you. There you go. You've gotten my dignity, which is a huge gift. People just don't give that stuff away.
I took like 200 pictures, and in my first box, I'm gonna have a T-shirt of that. That's gonna be my first exclusive shirt.
Yes.
That's awesome. I'll buy one. Yeah, this is surprisingly comfortable though, so I get why people do this.
You get a nice breeze.
Yeah, it's like I'm just floating. Yeah. So.
Oh my god, I'm gonna start finding all my clothes on the floor like you've been trying them on.
No.
My cheeks hurt so bad from laughing. I can't. My cheeks hurt so bad.
So, anyway, subscription boxes. What's up with those? Like,
Do you want to change first?
I don't even know.
Is that an option?
Actually,
No
we're doing
changes.
this.
This is a birthday suit. This is no option in changing. You have to sit there the rest of the time.
Unless you want to just change out of it.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Into your birthday suit.
Let's do this. Do it.
No, Tiffany
Okay.
will not be sad. Tiffany gets the full getup, total commitment. With I saved the crop top for Tiffany, and I have I'm gonna have to get some cut off jean shorts for her. So there we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's find some road to get back on here.
Yeah, please. Let's do this. So
Sorry, I interrupted and caused such a big scene. Sorry, guys.
yeah,
I'll leave
there
now.
we go. Let's get the thing here.
Sorry, honey.
Yep, thank you. Love you.
Oh, that
There we go.
made my whole day.
Okay, so let's do a few more questions here.
I can't look at you right. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
Can
I know.
just say that?
So, okay, I am going to change. Let's get back into some questions.
All right. What question are we going to ask Beardy now that we're all dumbfounded on what to say?
Check out that chat. See what we got.
Yeah, they're going crazy. They're all saying poor Johnny.
Poor He chose to do it. He did it himself. We didn't make him do anything. That was his choice.
Yeah. He quickly jumped into that, didn't he? Like, there was no hesitation.
It did not take him long at all. He was like, look at that, quick change.
No, and freaking, how do you get a twerk and a happy dance?
I just don't think about things. I just do them. I mean, you've seen the way I do my videos. I just say whatever it is. I just do it. So.
Oh my God, Johnny Tellez twerked with Beardy.
I have fun. You can't say I don't have fun. So.
Sure. I'll show you Nip, but you ain't getting. They're saying it's my turn. That ain't never happening, people. I don't have quite the loose. I don't know what Johnny's got. Do that. The most I'll do is put panties on my head. That's about it.
Oh, here's a good one. Okay, thank you, Stephen Higgins. I appreciate your commitment to Geek Talk. For Beardy, as an artist, and we know you do some really amazing art, actually, but who is your favorite artist?
That's a good question. Like, that depends, like, current or of all time, or?
Both.
Yes.
So there's, like, a professional artist I've always liked. His name is Jack Vetriano. I have a painting of his up here. He does, like, old school, like, Italian, like, kind of Renaissance paintings, so he's a really cool one. But people that you guys would probably know, current ones, like Todd McFarlane's probably always been my favorite. Like, he's the most amazing artist. Like, he's my favorite character, Spawn. Like, I love Spider-Man because of the comics he did. Like, he's absolutely fantastic. So he's probably my favorite. But I have, like, tons of artists, like, artwork all around. Like, you can see on the walls back here. There's just, like, I have tons and tons of favorites. But he's probably at the top.
I can see that. Rusty, you have one?
No, I mean, I wish if you would have talked to me 10 years ago, I could have spouted out like a million things, because at that point I was going to art school or heading to art school and blah, 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 and then life went, wow. So I haven't paid attention to anything, which is horrible. But no, I don't really have a favorite. What about you, Johnny? I mean, I like Todd McFarlane. I love everything he's done. I love Spawn as well, but you know, I can't jump on the back of Beardy on that one. I know of him. I've seen his work. I've seen, you know, the McFarlane figures were amazing when they hit back when I was, you know, 15 or 16 or whatever. So yeah, love Todd McFarlane, but no, not really a favorite. I love art in general.
My favorite artist is like my favorite practically everything, and that's Clive Barker. He's just a brilliant man, but his art is very visceral, very real. It's very whimsical as well. The colors that he uses, the wide strokes, but he does some really dark and very, very interesting things. I adore the man. He's my hero. So.
Good choice.
Let's take a look here and see what other questions we got here. Joey Bureau asks, how do you guys feel about multiple items from a single franchise appearing in one box, especially when the theme isn't franchise specific? So I think we've all seen that, where you get, like I had no complaints whatsoever about the last Loot Crate, because that was freaking amazing. Not the Villains one, I haven't gotten that one yet, but the Heroes one. But it was very, like, Batman heavy, for example. How do you guys feel about that?
It's risky. It's always risky, because, like, if it's a good franchise, obviously you're a win. But there's, like, someone, like, I doubt anyone doesn't like Batman. But any other time, like, there's always a chance you might not like it. And I would advise against it, just a statistics-based thing. So if you happen to not like one franchise, you're only going to not like one item, where it's just too risky. Like, I agree with you. Like, Loot Crate was awesome. Like, I didn't mind it, but there may be someone who would, so I would try to avoid that if possible.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think if you're a fanboy of Batman, or say you got there's like Collectible Geek, they sometimes they do caches that are specific to superheroes or something like that. Then you're going to purchase that, but you don't want a box that is specific to one genre or one theme or one show, because that's going to limit your audience. That's going to limit the people who's going to really want that box. So you want to put a plethora of things in there so you hit everybody's nerve point to get them to want to purchase that box. So I agree with Beardy on that. It's statistically you're just dropping your base, your consumer base when you say you do a all Walking Dead thing. Yeah, millions and millions of people like Walking Dead, but a lot of people don't. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm dreading October, which is not a thing that I would say. I love October, but I happen to know that every box and their mom is going to throw more Walking Dead stuff at me, and I am dreading it. Oh my God, please no.
Yep, I feel you.
Yeah.
Especially with the new Walking Dead coming out Sunday. They got what? Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah. Somebody asked me about that yesterday.
Don asked me about it, but
What's
yeah. Don's the one that told me about it. I don't watch Walking Dead, but he's really looking forward to it. But I mean, with that coming out, then that just gives them another reason to bring the Walking Dead.
I would be able to keep an open mind about that series specifically because it's not tied to the comics and it's not that it doesn't have that pull from it, because I adore the comics but I hate the show. So maybe I could see if they're doing something completely of its own, just in a zombie universe. I could potentially see that being okay, but I don't have enough of an interest to try it. I'm done.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see here. So there are a few more, but I am curious to see. I think I'm just reading through to see if we've answered mostly in different areas and things like that. Here's a really interesting question. It's by Christian Hausch, who worked. Sorry, Christian. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. He actually works for Collectible Geek, and he asked if you could have a hangout or a round table with subscription box companies, what would you say?
Wow.
I don't think I'd say anything specifically. I don't have a comment for them, but I definitely ask questions. There's always things I'm curious about, and I have sat down with not literally, but I have talked to Collectible Geek people firsthand and asked them specific questions about things I was curious about. But I think mostly I just have questions depending on what company it was. How did you feel about this? What were your thoughts behind it? How do these things come to be? What's the process? How far in advance do you have to plan boxes out before you put them out? Just the questions I'm sure everyone has.
The last hangout, there was a conversation about, I think about value and things like that, or the expectation. There was something in there, and I gave, from my perspective, just from what I do for a living and understanding how, returns and things like that, I gave kind of a breakdown in my mind about from the purchase price of a box down to what the actual return is for a box company. And I think I said something like, $20 or $30 box, maybe that company's getting back $1.30 to $1.80 profit out of it. And I ended up finding out from speaking with somebody from a box company that was actually, incredibly accurate. So that was really interesting to talk about with them. Same as you, I'd be very curious to find out how far ahead do you plan these? How in tune are you with other box companies? And I think that the only thing that I would say to these box companies is find your niche and really stick to it, because there's a couple of companies. I think of Comic-Con Box specifically, and I'm sorry to bring that up again, but I feel like they just don't know who they're targeting or what they think their customers are expecting from them and where they can match it. Like Loot Crate, there's a lot of detractors from Loot Crate, but there are a lot of people that love them, and they are speaking specifically to those customers. Same thing with the Nerd Block family, and it's those kind of companies like that. I think that I've said before that the horror boxes are all my favorites because they try a lot harder and have a much smaller market to deal with, and I love that. I love where it gets restricted. So I would say for any box company, restrict it further. Don't try to be everything to everyone because it doesn't pay off.
I like that we got this question because me and Johnny have actually been back and forth on things that we want to bring to Geek Talk and issues that we want to get out for everybody, because our questions are the same questions that everybody has about subscription boxes and how they're ran and stuff like that. So we do have a great idea going together about possibly getting somebody in to answer those questions for us. I don't know if you want to go in any more detail, Johnny, or
I think we would, because I think he's very up for it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Johnny. I'll let you go.
Oh, okay, sure. Sorry. Sorry, I was responding to a comment here. We've got a few of them in here. We have been just chatting with, and this is, I know that Beardy's chatted with him as well, I believe, with Robert Jerrig over at Collectible Geek, and we talk a lot about them because we have a lot of insight from them, because we've had so much contact with them. They are great about service, great about reaching out, and like Beardy specifically has said, great about listening to their customers. And that's who I spoke to specifically about like my value breakdown. But he was saying it'd be, if we were interested to ask him questions and things like that, to bring him on as a guest here when we talk about subscription boxes. As as the owner of a company like that, I think that'd be super awesome. So that will be coming up on the channel. So
that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, that's specifically who I talk to too. Like, I'm friends with him on Facebook. I've dealt with him like various times. So that'd be really awesome. I check that out.
Me and Stacy have sat down multiple times, again through Facebook and Messenger and things like that, and spoke with Robert multiple times. And he's been nothing but helpful the whole time. And matter of fact, him and Stacy were talking, and they're the ones that actually came up with the idea of actually like bringing him in. And he was super down for it. He's super up for answering all the questions, and so I'm definitely going to have a lot of questions. I know Johnny probably will, and anybody else, leave some questions, because if you ever wanted to get the inside like addition to subscription box companies and what they really have to do, all the ins and outs behind the scenes, this is going to be the best way to do it. We're going to have somebody who's right there, who is willing to give us some information. I'm not saying he's going to tell you the whole rigmarole, but he's definitely willing to answer questions.
That'd be great. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to ask him.
Yeah, I think that'd be super exciting. We do have in the chat, I feel like I got to get this question. Brandon Boxes is very eager to see, not necessarily about what kind of stuff, but maybe if we could each answer, if we got somebody paid us $25 to put together a box, like specific items that would go into it. I guess maybe like favorite items that you have right now. Any ideas about specific items you might put in there?
Like making it for someone else, or something that we would want to see, or?
I guess either way.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd personally put in, like, to make it awesome, to put in stuff I've gotten from Comic-Con, because, like, I paid, like, the low market price of it, so for $25 I could put in some really awesome stuff. But other than that, like, the stuff I showed, probably like that Ninja Turtles one I showed, or like smaller stuff like that I think people might not know about, where I could put a lot in for $25 that people haven't seen before, that I've just come across in my travels. So probably, like I said before, stuff like that, just things out of the ordinary.
Also, he says that he watches every one of your videos and loves them. So there you go. I have, side note, I have the most awesome, best, like, real estate agent in the world. Francisco Alvarez is, like, my geeky soulmate. And we're, like, in between, like, oh, when are they coming by for the inspection? He's like, hey, you need to buy this T-shirt. So I want to show you guys this T-shirt that he sent me. It's 8-bit or like 16-bit full sublimated tea design of aliens.
Oh yeah, the video game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. It is amazing. There's another one that he sent me that was from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game, and he is absolutely right. I need to buy all of these. I don't know if you can see those.
Oh.
So one of those would be in my box, and definitely one of those. I would probably also include like the Pinhead Funko Pop or the Critter that you can't find anywhere else, and maybe just call it a day because those two things in a box would be crazy epic. So.
I don't know. I mean, I could probably put a lot of stuff in a box, getting stuff from overseas, from Japan, and stuff like that. I could make a really awesome anime box for $25. But, yeah. But I'd probably want to keep it. I wouldn't give it to nobody.
Right, right.
I would put in one of the Geek Talk shirts. Johnny, I don't know if you saw that.
I did! I want one so bad now!
Geek Talk, people. Yeah, I made that today, me and my wife.
Okay, so let's see here. We have... I think we've gotten through the majority of the questions that we've kind of covered off on. Let's see. We got, I think we got most of the questions that it's kind of covered in general conversation. We've done about 2 hours and 17 minutes now, so I want to see if there's anybody in the Hangout that has any other questions or topics you'd be curious for us to answer. Otherwise, we may bring this to a close. So let's give it a second because I think there's a delay. And people got to type. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything else at this point, but would either of you two like to bring up anything else you wanted to talk to about tonight?
I don't have anything specific to bring up. I just would really like to wholeheartedly thank Beardy for joining us. Like he said that he's super busy. He has stuff to do. He didn't have to do this whatsoever, and for him to come and join us is amazing. So we just thank you, man. That's awesome.
I'd like to thank you guys. Like I'm super honored that you guys would even ask me to be on here. Like that's a big deal to me. Like I think that's so awesome. And thank you guys for doing this. Like this is exactly what my whole point of my channel. So it's stuff like this, man. It's like it's about the community. It's about helping people out. It's about talking stuff. It's about sharing information. Like that's the point. So like I'm so glad you guys did something like this, and I'm totally down to hang out next time you guys do that. If you guys have room for me, I'm down to come back again. Like I'm more than happy to hang out. And it's also cool to do like something live because I'm always so behind on my videos. I can never get information out there because by the time I say something in a video, it's like a month later. So it's cool to do something like this so I can give like a live feed update to tell people like what's going on, where I'm at, like things like that. So I'm always happy to come hang out. Like it's been great.
Yeah, I think this was super awesome. I'm a huge fan of your channel, and it's just like it's been killing me that we haven't like hung out like this before. So now that we have talked for a second, the chat caught up. So let's do some rapid fire, like super crisscross, like go, go, go. Joe Manganaro, Mango Joe asks, horror block this month. I think I'm the only one here who gets horror block. So I'll at least say, yes, I caved. Yes, I got it again. For anybody out there that's on the fence, if you can still get it now. They have a signed item by the twins from The Shining. That alone is going to be amazing. Also something from Beetlejuice. Also something from Nightmare on Elm Street, I believe. Or is it Friday the 13th? One of those two is going to be a plushie, I believe. So, awesome. Guys, thoughts on horror block?
Honestly, I think it's a good box. It's one of those things where I'm just not educated enough about. I've always loved horror, but I don't have any friends that like it, so I'm never up to date on the movies. Like, I'm totally not going to go see a horror movie by myself. Like, fuck that shit, man. I need a friend to go see it, so I'm never up to date on it. So I'd love to get horror block. I heard it's a great block, but I'm not educated enough. I don't think I give a very good review. But I've heard great things. Like the Nerd Block company, like rarely ever disappoints. With the only one I never liked was their comic block, but other than that,
yeah, I don't get the appeal behind that one at all. So.
Yeah,
I feel the same. I mean, me and Johnny have spoke multiple times about what we grew up on and things. I mean, I was 3 years old watching Freddy Krueger and Jason and Candyman and all that. So I love horror. I love paranormal. I love anything that raises your blood pressure and gets you excited and scared. I love that. That stuff to me is great. But I'm not like, I don't recognize production and you know, people who, you know, like Johnny does. Johnny goes into like in depth with, you know, who produced it and the music behind it and all that stuff. And I just like being scared. So I would love to get the horror block. I would love to get any of them. Parcel of Terror and all that. I see all of Johnny's, and half of it I'm like, I would dig that and I would love it. But I honestly don't know everything about it. So I'm like Beardy. I would be just like, this is a really cool magnet, and that would be it.
Yeah, they get some specific stuff. So yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Stephen Higgins asks, thoughts on we should have definitely covered this, DC and Star Wars Collector Core.
Yes.
So I was there when they announced it because I was at Funko Fun Days. Like, I literally have a picture of the CEO, like, with stormtroopers behind him announcing it. Like, people have been asking for it nonstop. I think it's a fantastic idea. Is seeing what they did with Marvel, if they can put that and make it as good with those franchises, I totally do. Like, I'm a Marvel versus a DC guy, but if they make it that good, I'll totally do it, man. I think it'd be great. And the new Star Wars coming out, like, I would absolutely, like, even if I hated it, like, it's just, they have such good stuff. Like, oh, absolutely.
The Star Wars universe has so many amazing characters. To get exclusives from a box would be great. And same thing with DC. Yeah, the Marvel Collector Core has just come in and changed the game. And if those can do the same thing, to have 3 boxes that would be 10s-ish, you know, every other month is going to be crazy. And especially if they do Marvel Collector Core 1 month, the next month get DC.
I was just going to say, please flip-flop them, so it's like, yeah.
That would give us at least 1 box a month that we could all geek out over instead of having to wait 2 months. Because I don't know about y'all, but I hate it. It gives them more time to figure it out, to give us some amazing stuff, but I hate the 2-month cycle. I can't stand it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why they're doing it, so yeah.
I'll definitely be in on the Star Wars, but I'll leave the DC for y'all. Okay, rapid fire. Coke or Pepsi?
It depends. Like, I'll go like 6 months on one and get tired of it, and then go 6 months on the other. I'm currently on Pepsi, but give it another couple months, I'll go right back to Coke, man.
No.
Switch it up.
Rusty?
I would say I like Coke, the taste of Coke better, but the Pepsi products as a whole is better.
All Pepsi all the way. I need that bite. It's got like a bite to it. So there you go. Anyways, Heisen Nerd asks, for Marvel Collector Core, you know, because we're kind of off movie now, at least because we had the Avengers, then we had Ant-Man, now we have Secret Wars. What themes do you want to see coming up?
That's a good question because some of their major ones they aren't going to do for. Like, obviously not Fantastic Four, not X-Men, not Deadpool, which is going to be a huge miss in their book. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. They're going to, after Secret Wars, I'm not sure where they're going to go. Like, if they get too specific with characters, they're going to have the same problem as Ant-Man. Like, it wasn't bad or anything, but if you happen to not like Ant-Man, then you're totally screwed because it only had the one character. So I don't know if they're going to end up doing like specific characters or not, but I don't know.
Can we get like real for a second? And like hopes and dreams and wishes in my mind? Next box, coming up 2 months, October, Marvel Zombies. Like,
I've seen that would be so awesome, dude. The only problem with that is so much of the Marvel Zombie stuff is super rare. Like,
they're making all new Funko stuff for these, though. They're making all new Funko items.
that would be that's a fantastic idea. My vote's for that. I vote that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Fantastic Four and the Deadpool are Fox owned, right? So that's why we wouldn't be getting that box. But yeah, the Deadpool box would be a out of the park home run. If they did that, because they would put everything towards it, but obviously they're not going to because they completely shunned Fantastic Four, and that movie was horrid. I ain't even watched it. I just read the Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 4 or something. It was horrible. Yeah, I think the Marvel Zombies. If I'm not mistaken, Don said that. Me and Don were talking last night, and he said that we needed to have a zombie-themed Marvel collector's tour.
That would be so cool, man. I don't know if you've seen like my Marvel Zombie statue set that I have, but I saw the new ones.
So jealous.
I went to Gentle Giant at Comic-Con and saw the new ones. They have more coming out. Oh my God, they look so freaking cool. Like, I'm so excited.
Wow.
There's a Magneto one, right?
Yeah, I got the Magneto one. Yeah.
Yeah, I need him.
Again, going through here, since I'm actively going through the chat, I feel like we have to hit these questions again, rapid fire. Jesse Barber asks a super creepy question. If you could hang out from any serial killer from any time, who would it be and why?
Dahmer.
I don't know if I'd want to hang out with any murderers. I think that's the one person I wouldn't want to hang out with.
I would Ripper just to figure out who it was.
I would do Jack the Ripper.
Or Zodiac to figure out who it was.
You know who I'd probably pick? Who's like the most famous is Ed Gein.
Ed Gein, yep. Okay, there we go. Done. Creepy. Like that question. Good job. Billy Fulton, I don't know if it's a question or an exclamation like we need this, but he says, Beardy Nerd shirt?
Oh, yeah. The shirt. No one noticed when I shirt?
Oh my God, I want one.
Oh, I need one. Yes. Did you see it? Talk, Beardy.
Let's rate this bitch. Oh my God.
That is amazing.
This is the prototype. My buddies over at the Red Cellar cooked it up for me, so we're still trying to work it out and like figure out like all the mechanics of it. So I'm trying to get these made.
That's amazing. I want one.
Okay, while we're on shirts, we are going to have like 7 or 8 styles coming out, but I do have a #Rustache shirt coming.
Yes.
That is crazy. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I've been designing over the last, I'd say, 2 weeks, some styles to come out because my wife does vinyl and she does a lot of shirts and things of that nature. She made this one, the Geek Talk one today. But yeah, so we'll have some coming out. But there will be a #Rustache shirt for everybody to cop pretty soon. So. It's kind of serial. Speaking of the serial killers, it's kind of in a serial killer type of feel. You'll have to look at it when it gets done.
I can't wait to see. Okay. Brandon Boxer did ask if Marvel Collector Corps is the best box. If not, which one? We did cover those. We're like, focusing on Loot Crate Nerd blocks, so we'll skip ahead. The Movie Lover asks, red or orange? Orange?
Red.
Just colors?
Yeah, just colors.
Red.
Good. Anybody here a fan of Once Upon a Time? I've never seen it.
We don't want it.
I haven't watched it.
Okay, there we go. Funko has an interesting one. How do you all feel about giving these companies free advertising?
I just talked about it recently. I don't like it. Here's the thing. Free advertising, when I'm talking about their box, and I make a video, I'm fine with that. But when it's forced advertising, like plastering logos on a shirt, I don't like that. So it's basically a question of free will. If I'm willingly talking about it, fine. But if they're forcing me to, out in public, I don't like that.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty much going to agree on that one. I obviously don't want to walk around. We'll just use the Super Geek box, the Game Boy shirt that they had, and you were talking about the big exclusive thing. Now, if you go look at like the original Game Boy, they did have Game Boy in blue right there, and then they had a bigger logo in blue that was bigger, but it's still the exclusive kind of sticks out, and that to me is the thing I don't like. But yeah, we're talking about it.
Yeah, that doesn't help their advertisement at all to put the word exclusive. They could have just put their logo and kept it small, and it would have been like, okay. But then they put giant word exclusive, and it's like, who is that helping? Like, why did that help you with that word? Like,
I agree. If we're talking about it, we're actively doing it ourselves. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. We're making the content.
Yeah, and I think, like you were mentioning, that is in the same place, but I thought that was weird myself. And I personally don't mind when they put logos on it. I think I mentioned in one of my videos, I was like, I actually kind of like that because it helps me to remember where I get shirts from, because I have like 150 of them. And people were always asking, where'd you get that shirt from? I'm like, oh, I got it from here. And like, you know, like the Pop Tees, they have their logo on the side. I'm like, that's super cool because it's a branded Pop Tee. I like having that there. This, however, was really forced, but it's still an amazing shirt, and the first shirt I've ever seen in a box that did backside printing, which I thought was amazing.
Really impressed by that. That was really cool because it does cost a lot extra to get it printed both sides. So that was really cool.
You're right.
The only other questions that we have in here are by Intimidation, who is awesome, leaves the best comments ever. Like, I've gotten like so much awesome conversation about movies and stuff like that, but it's all about horror, so I'm probably going to have a one-off conversation. I'm just going to like text up Intimidation, be like, dude, let's talk some horror, because I know that I'm probably the only one. Like, favorite music in a horror movie, Candyman soundtrack, there you go, made by Philip Glass, freaking brilliant. But that's all we're going to go on. Like, we'll go off of everything else from there, so I'll check in with you later. I think we're going to go ahead.
I just love Candyman. I that was one of my favorite movies, but I have no idea who did the music. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what Beardy was saying too. We're not educated enough to go off all of that.
Based off a short story by Clive Barker, my hero in the Books of Blood, my favorite book of all time. So we're done with that. Anyways, I think we are now at 2.5 hours, so we've rapid-fired our way through all the questions. I know we had a quick, brief moment before where y'all said any last-minute pieces. I'd say let's do any wrap-up statements you want to make and goodbyes, and then we'll go ahead and close this on out.
Who's going first?
Beardy, our special guest.
Well, I'd just like to give a special thanks to literally every one of my viewers. I want you to know I'm always behind in the comments. Like, there's a lot more than I can handle at this moment, but please, like, don't ever stop. Like, I appreciate everything you guys do. I appreciate all my viewers. Just keep in mind that it's all for you guys. Like, everything I do is for you guys because I really do appreciate you. And every time I close a video, I say it and I mean it. I love you all. I really appreciate every one of my viewers. And I appreciate these guys for doing this. They're awesome.
I'm just going to follow the same sentiment. We have amazing viewers. I don't like calling them subs or fans because it makes it seem like we're on some different level. I call them family and friends. We talk to pretty much everyone of our friends and the close family that we've gathered together through the community, and we just love everybody, and we thank y'all too. We're growing leaps and bounds as a channel. I mean, we started out obviously really small, and we're jumping leaps and bounds, and we love it, and we're trying to keep up, just like Beardy said, with all the comments and stuff. But we just thank y'all for the really awesome, amazing, sweet comments that y'all leave us, and how you love Stacy trying to kill me with all these nasty taste tests and all that mess. We love it. So I just, again, along the same sentiment, we just thank y'all so much. We are truly blessed, if I can say that without anybody being offended.
I love you more.
That was good. I like that. Absolutely have to echo those sentiments. I do want to say this chat, for those of you that have been following along with it, has been absolutely amazing. So these hangouts are a complete and utter blast for me. I don't have a lot of friends like physically around me, so getting the opportunity to hang out with you guys has been amazing. And people who I admire, like Beardy Nerd, getting him a chance to be on here. Not that I don't admire you, Rusty, but like we chat all the time. So that
It's okay. I get it.
That makes me less, no, but like the two of you, it's awesome to be able to do that. But looking at the chat, there's so many people that have like found each other and are having a great time, and I'm having a great time watching and getting the rare comment in once off. It's been amazing. This has been awesome. Thank you both. This is a blast, and I can't wait for the next one. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the broadcast, and we will tell y'all, have a great evening. Goodbye.
Good night. Goodbye, guys.